And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys in the stream once again tonight here. I'm Behind Our Basketball cover and play-by-play. What should be a great one tonight. The New York Knicks on the road taking on the Chicago Bulls. This game in Chicago at the United Center. Great matchup between these two teams on store. New York right now 14-13 overall, 7-6 in the road. They've won their last 4 straight games in a row. Currently sit at number 6 in the Eastern Conference. Chicago trying to get back on the right track, coming off a loss against the Hawks by 1 in overtime on Sunday. They're currently number 11 in the East. Right now, 11-15 overall, 7-5 on their home floor. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and hopefully another great game on the deck tonight here. What's good, Vegas, Kevin, Chicago Bulls 123, Alex. Welcome back in the stream, everybody. Glad to have you guys join in. Glad to have you back in the chat here, Kevin. Hope all is going well with college, man. Yeah, I remember when I was back in college, it was crazy. Like, so much schoolwork when I was in college. DeMar DeRozan coming off a 34-point game, 13 rebounds in the last game. So they came up short in OT, a loss by 1 at the Hawks. Yeah, things going pretty well. Been keeping busy. Actually, I've been announcing at a lot of colleges throughout the year, but a bunch of the schools went on winter break for me, so I don't pick up until I think the next game's until January 7th. So I have a couple weeks off for them because I usually have 3-4 games a week, but now all the colleges went on winter break for me. Ryan, what's good? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you back in. Defense fueling the turnaround for the Knicks as they've only allowed their opponents to about 93 points per game in the last 4 games. They've got through an easy stretch of the schedule, though, as they're playing Chicago once again on Friday. They got 3 games, so this is the first of 3 against Chicago, winning a 9-day span for them all before Christmas. So tonight, Friday, and then I believe the 23rd of December. They have 3 games against the Bulls put on the schedule. Julius Randle looking great, putting up around 28 points per game in the last 4 games for Randle. And big reason why is the glass. They are out-rebounding their opponents, plus 48 in the last 4 games. Coming off the win against Sacramento on Sunday, 112-99, where they were plus 12 points in the paint, 58-46. Hey, there you go for Ryan there. That's awesome, man. Congrats finishing your first semester today for this year. Always a great feeling when you end the semester. Yeah, I can imagine. I remember doing college and all the schoolwork that was involved in doing so. It was nonstop, and once you get to exam week or so, when you hit right after Thanksgiving, the start of December, man, things just pile up as far as the schoolwork. Going to tip off in about 10 minutes from now. Thanks all for patiently waiting. Other games going on in the NBA. Golden State playing in a back-to-back as they lost yesterday against the Bucks. Got to cover that game tonight. They're struggling as they're trailing against the Pacers. 27-26 Indiana. Leaders by 1 in the first quarter. Magic came to play. Wow, Orlando crushing Atlanta right now with under 2.5 left to go in the first. 40-17 Magic lead as Orlando looking for their 4th in a row. They, at one point, were 5-20. Now they're 8-20 for the Magic. So Orlando's getting better. Hawks have been going backwards for them. At one point, they were, I believe, 4th in the East a couple weeks ago. And now they're trailing backwards for the Hawks here. Going to catch up with the standings. Because the Knicks right now are number 6 in the East. Get up the standings here. And the Hawks right now are tied for 7th. With the Pacers at the moment in the East. So, yeah, they're going backwards at this point for Atlanta. And then Hornets up over the Pistons currently 27-22. So those are 3 games so far. J-Raz, thanks so much for joining in tonight. I'm going to take Chicago in this one tonight. I think the Bulls really needing this game. They're coming off a 1-point loss against the Hawks. New York's coming into this game on a 4-game winning streak, so the Knicks playing really well lately, but I think when desperation hits, Chicago's actually been pretty good in their home floor this year, 7-5. On the road, though, they've just been disastrous. Same goes for a lot of teams this season. They've really struggled. Golden State's in that same column, I think. Golden State's 2-12 right now on the road, and they got, I think, 5 more road games starting tonight, because yesterday was the first of 6 that they had on the road trip, Midwest and East Coast. Yeah, right now I got the road record for Chicago. They're 4-10 on the road this year. So yeah, they've just really struggled on the road, and it hasn't helped that their key players have taken like a downwards turn for them. A couple of their key players, Zach LaVine, he's having a tougher season than the last couple of years. A couple of years ago, he was scoring around 27. This year, he's averaging under 22 right now, and his three-point shooting is down to 36%. Last year, it was up to 39%, so he was scoring around 24 points per game. So Zach LaVine's numbers have dipped down. Nikola Vucevic, his numbers have dipped down. A couple of years ago, he was averaging around like 23, and now he's down to 16 right now, so still averaging a double-double, 16 and 10, but Vucevic's numbers are down as well. And then Kobe White has been like lost out of the rotation this year, because 2 years ago, he was scoring around 15 points per game, and now he's only scoring around 7 and hasn't even got a start this season. And then Patrick Williams hasn't been able to develop at all. He's just remained a constant like 9 point per game scorer in his 3 years for a top 5 draft pick. So it just hasn't been improvement for the Chicago Bulls team right now for them, unfortunately. And the Knicks, they got a young team. They got like solid players on their team. They just don't have that like go-to superstar type of talent on their team. That's the thing that's missing. But like everybody shows up and everybody like plays as much as possible for New York for this team. Like the roster, basically like this season, like the roster retention with players keeping on playing games, that's been a huge part for them. Why they've been able to battle back under 500, now up to 14-13 for New York. They're talking about it right now. Cam Reddish, Derrick Rose haven't played during a 4-game winning streak, but it's been like more so the starters that they've kept like constant as of late, with like the same 5 that they've had. Yeah, always good when you guys get a month-long winter break for college and then back later in January. Yeah, I'm supposed to cover Southern Maine's basketball game. That's the first game I have back starting in January. They're playing at UMass Dartmouth, so I get to announce the men's team for Southern Maine when they play at UMass Dartmouth at the beginning of January. What's good, Mario? Welcome back in the stream. Wow, chilly outside. 19 degrees where you are. Stay warm as well. Yeah, it was cold where I was today. I think it was like 32 it got up to. It was like a wind chill, though. It was like, I think this morning I got outside. It was like 15 degrees outside when I left for work this morning. Yeah, I haven't looked through like their team this season. For them, I'm pretty sure they're at the bottom of the conference, though. For them, I think they're better than Castleton, because I saw Castleton was ranked last in the preseason. I think they were towards the bottom. So I saw Keene State was the best team for men's basketball out of the Little East, because I think they're still ranked in the top 25. So I know a couple weeks ago they were at number 14. Wow, wind chill of 4. Stay warm out there, Mario. Hopefully you're able to keep warm. At my house, I got a wood stove, so the wood stove really helps out keeping the house warm. What's good, Uncle Pizzle? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in past midnight where you guys are. Yeah, that was an unbelievable game yesterday. I watched the first half of it, went to bed at halftime, and Celtics, I think up at the half, they were up by 15, I believe, and then, man, I looked at the final score. It's like, what in the world happened here? Went into overtime, and then I looked at the highlights of it. Celtics got up as much as by 20, And then the Lakers came back. The Lakers led by 13 points in the final 4 minutes. And then the Celtics came back, forced overtime. And they won an OT. Crazy. Jamie, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Magic surprisingly taking a big step up lately. Right now, Orlando, I believe, they're on a 4-game win streak for them. So last week they were 5-20. Now they're 8-20. So 50-22 at the end of the first quarter. Magic lead the Hawks. Pacers up over the Warriors. Golden State really struggling on the road. 2-12 road record. 36-30. Indiana's leading. And then the Pistons lead the Hornets so far. 35-33. That's a game that could have potential impacts for the lottery. Cade Cunningham out for the rest of the year. Killian Hayes delivering tonight. He's got 12 points, leading the way for the Pistons. Hornets are really struggling this year. That was to be expected for Charlotte. And the Hawks, too, what I talked about before in the pregame, they're falling apart as of late. Woof. Yikes, things getting even worse for Chicago. Yeah, I see this with Twitter right now, so a lot of tweets going out. Lonzo most likely not going to play for the rest of the year. Yeah, Ryan puts out that he's done for the year. Breaking news. Yeah, via Twitter, last 10 minutes or so. Wow, Woj pointing out no guarantees that Lonzo Ball plays at all this season. So he's rehabbing the knee still, and he's still feeling pain in it right now. So it looks like Woj tweeted out that Lonzo not guaranteed the return. So he might not play for the remaining part of this year. That's tough. This is for a Chicago team looking to turn the corner right now. They went from first place at this time a year ago, now down to number 11 right now in the Eastern Conference, right outside the play-in picture. Big game tonight for the Bulls. This is one that they really need to take to inch back into the standings. They've been playing well on their home floor, 7-5 in their home courts. This is a home game for Chicago. They go with the white uniforms, red numbers, red letters for this matchup. New York entering this game on the road, 14-13 overall, up to number 6 now in the East, and Chicago up to number 11, or down to number 11 in the Eastern Conference right now. Starters tonight, New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson and Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson, the starting 5 for the Knicks, going up against the Bulls. Starters for this matchup, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, and Nikola Vucevic. New York, dark blue uniforms, orange numbers, orange letters for this matchup. They're coming off 4 straight victories for the Knicks, while the Bulls just trying to turn things around. 2-4 in their last 6 games, coming off a devastating loss by 1 in overtime at Atlanta on Sunday. DeMar DeRozan having a great game on Sunday, but not enough with his 34 points, 13 rebounds. Julius Randle averaging 28 points per game in the last 4 games as we are underway. And the Knicks control the opening tip. Right to left on the floor for New York as they have the basketball first. Brunson has it at the wing, defended by Caruso. Brunson out to the free throw circle, swings it outside to Barrett. Barrett moves it over to Grimes, out to the corner. 3 launched, and it's good. Julius Randle knocks down the 3 to start things off for the Knicks from the corner. Yeah, a lot of teams right now in the running for that number 1 pick for the Wemby sweepstakes. Brandon, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Things going pretty well. LaVine takes the 3, top of the key over Grimes. Skipped around the rim and out. Defensive rebound picked up by Mitchell Robinson. This is a Chicago Bulls team that comes into the game dead last in 3-point shooting attempts. The Knicks dead last in the NBA in 3-point shooting percentage. Corner 3 missed off the back rim by Grimes. Offensive rebound. Robinson out to a wide open cutter. Grimes throws it down with a 2-handed dunk. Big reason why the Knicks are on a 4-game winning streak, out rebounding opponents plus 48 on the glass in their last 4 games. DeRozan off to the wing, Vucevic, bounce pass into the hands of Patrick Williams. He takes the step-back jumper, deep 2, off the back rim, no good, and the rebound controlled by New York. That's a tough look right there. Patrick Williams been limited offensively this season, as you got your third possession, just takes a jumper at the deep left elbow, cannot convert. Barrett with a 3, catching fire, he delivers. 3 baskets for New York, 2 of them threes. This is a huge and a positive sign right now for the Knicks right out of the gate. 3 for 4 shooting by New York. Chicago 0 for 2. Caruso bounce pass, Vucevic mid-range, gets things to drop. Finally for the Bulls, as that's good. Vooch the first one on the board tonight for Chicago. Almost 2 minutes into action so far. Brunson towards his right, defended by Caruso. Out to the top. Randall left wide open. Takes the 3. Laser beam as he delivers. Joyous Randall once again from downtown. What a start here for New York. Under 10 minutes left to go in the first. Patrick Williams on the outside. Moves it over to Caruso. Caruso wide open top of the key. Shoots the 3. They will not count it. It's going to be an offensive foul picked up by Chicago. Turned over by the Bulls. Goes back to New York. Rough start right out of the gate here for Chicago. New York has the basketball. Brunson spots up with a 3 over Vucevic. Hit rim short. Defensive rebound. Controlled by Levine. Levine up the floor. Bounce pass. Low block. Vucevic. Down low. Turnaround over Randall. Hits the spot. 2 more on the board for Vooch. Elaine, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in once again. Yeah, Celtics looking great this year. They've struggled a little bit on the West Coast, but they've had a tough challenge with them. Still, they look like the best team right now. As the Knicks turn it over in the corner, they step out of bounds. 9:10 left to go in the first. Chicago with the basketball. Caruso backs his way on Brunson. Bounce pass off to Vucevic, and we have a reach and fall called. It's committed by Brunson is first, as the clock will stop with 9:06. Levine, the inbound passer, sends it over to DeRozan. DeRozan up to the elbow, takes the jumper, deep 2. Around the rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Randall. Under 9 minutes left to go in the first. New York, hot start from the floor, 4 for 6 shooting. Randall on the outside's made already 2 threes. Randall dribbles up to the left elbow. Passes to the corner, Grimes. Sends it off to Randall, again 5 in the shot clock. Randall, defended by Williams 1-on-1. Jab step, 2 in the shot clock. Follow-away jumper. Off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Put back opportunity. 2-toe off the glass, missed by Robinson. And the Bulls have the basketball. Jumper, baseline, Levine. Missed off the rim. A rebound collected by Randall. They had numbers in the fast break, and they couldn't be able to get the basket for Chicago. Brunson at the top of the key, gets around Caruso. Swings it cross-court. Barrett shoots the 3. Missed off the rim and sails right to the top of the backboard. It's going to be out of bounds. Yeah, Kobe White he's fell out of the rotation for this season. So they had given Ayu Dosunmu a lot of playing time at the point guard position starting off the year. But Ayu tonight's not playing tonight. He's just fallen out of the rotation as of late. They gave Caruso the start today at the point as the Bulls turn it over, and then Caruso gets called in the reach and fall past midcourt. So free throws coming up at the line. One of them by Quentin Grimes, and he missed the free throw. Under 8 minutes left to go in the first. Inbound for New York. Handoff, Brunson. Brunson dribbles into the key. Swings it out to the corner. Grimes takes a 3. Catching fire. Things looking good right now for the Knicks. Quentin Grimes knocks down the 3 ball. Wow, this is a team that came in dead last in the NBA in 3-point shooting percentage. Tonight, though, they've already made 3 threes right out of the gate. That three well over the rim, missed by DeRozan, knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Bulls. 4 points in the first 4.5 minutes for Chicago right now, shooting just 2 for 7 from the floor. New York 4 for 7 from 3. So they have got 4 threes in this game. Randall's got 2 of them so far. So 4 threes they have made so far by the Knicks. Randall, dish out to the wing. Brunson drives up to the free throw circle, takes the jumper. Off the back rim, missed, and the rebound controlled by Vucevic. So we approach the 7-minute mark left to go in the first. Chicago needs something. Cross-court pass. Williams, open 3. There you go. He's got it. That's a huge 3-point shot by Patrick Williams. That is a great motivator here to see if Chicago can get this deficit and cut it even more right now, as Brunson has it at the elbow. Over to Randall on the outside. 6 in the shot clock. Randall from long range. Missed off the back rim. DeRozan with a defensive board. DeRozan, crossover on Barrett, swings it on top. Vucevic passes off to a cutter. Caruso out to the corner. 3 on his way. LaVine hits it. That's great teamwork right there. Passing into out off the cutter. Great vision by Caruso to see LaVine open at the corner. 6:15 remaining in the first, and Chicago starting to drop their threes. Brunson top of the key. Bounce pass, and we get a whistle here. Reach and fall picked up by Chicago. Yeah, I was looking at the stats from these players. A lot of the key players for them have taken a step back this year in the scoring column for Chicago. So we take a timeout on the floor. First timeout of the game. 6:08 left to go in the first. 14-10 Knicks right now. 6-zip run by the Bulls. So Chicago's starting to get on the run themselves, giving them confidence. That was a big 3 by Patrick Williams, but it's just one of those things that the players are older now on Chicago, so the window is now or never for this type of team, because they got a really good roster, but just hasn't been able to put it together for this season. I think the reason why is because a couple of their key players have taken a step back. I was looking at LaVine's numbers and then Vucevic's numbers from a couple of years ago. LaVine was averaging around 27 points a few years ago. This season, he's averaging under 22. And then Vucevic is still averaging a double-double at 16 and 10. He was averaging around 23 a few years ago. So these guys have taken a big step back. And yeah, Kobe White we talked about earlier. 2 years ago, he was averaging around 15, and now he's dropped out of the rotation. He's only averaging around 7 for White, and then Patrick Williams hasn't been able to develop. He's been a constant 9-point per game scorer for a top 5 draft pick. So yeah, it just hasn't been able to be development for Chicago. Desumu's taken a step up this season, but right now Desumu not playing in tonight's game as he is injured. Yeah, I think Wemby's going to live up to the hype. Looks like, from what I've seen, it's like a dude that you put on creator mode on a video game and have him play. The thing about bigs or so, have to be really careful with the injury stuff. Because that's the only concern is if he has a significant injury, it can really derail a career. Because that's what happened with Yao Ming when he played. Because you have a giant out on the floor and then he suffers an injury. It's just tough for a big man to get back to where he was. But I think Wembanyama is going to be incredible. Hot start for the Knicks. They led at one point 14-4. If you guys are new in the stream, you make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe as we're in the timeout right now. Going to get back to action. Victoria, welcome back in the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Come back from the timeout. Brunson with the basketball for the Knicks. Shovels it inside the key. Randall leans in. And Randall going to get the bucket plus the foul. So, and one coming up at the free throw line for Julius Randle. That's been their go-to this season for the Knicks, getting right to the rim. Randall, a big reason why he draws the blocking foul on Patrick Williams. Kobe White into the game for the first time tonight, as the free throw is good. 3-point play complete by Julius Randle. Randle, the top scorer tonight. He's got 9 points so far, making 2 threes in 6 minutes, along with 3 rebounds. White moves it over to Levine. Passes off to Williams. Williams defended by Randle at the left elbow. 10 in the shot clock. Bounce pass down low. Vucevic puts up the hook shot, scores in the post. Vucevic having a great start tonight. He's 3 for 3, 6 points so far for Vuce. Barrett drives, floats it up over the top. Mitchell Robinson with a roll down with a two-handed throwdown with an alley-oop jam by Robinson. Nice connection there by Barrett and Robinson for the two-handed flush. DeRozan spin move down the lane on Barrett. Missed the layup, contacted though and fouled. As Barrett will get called for the blocking foul, DeRozan will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Game clock stops, 5:18 left to go in the first quarter. I'm going to go no there for the Knicks. Yeah, that's what I think they're missing. They're missing like a key number 1 option, like a superstar for their team. They got good players for the Knicks, but they don't have like any like sort of like superstar player that's like the next level. First shot missed by DeRozan. Randall's been having like a great week plus, putting up around 28 points per game on average. It's just what we saw in Atlanta 2 years ago when they played the Hawks in the playoffs is that he went away in the playoffs, and that's the big question mark there. Like, for New York, you need like a superstar type of talent. So when Randall gets shut down in the playoffs, you can have somebody else to be able to bail him out if he does get shut in the playoffs. Because a lot of the Knicks players, they struggle with efficiency. So RJ Barrett's one of those players. Like, he'll put up points, but he struggles with efficiency himself. Brunson heads to the free throw line, as now New York's in the bonus. First one is good by Brunson. It's a good pickup they got in the offseason with Brunson. But it's like one of those pickups that they needed to like do more. Like, he's a great player, but like not up to the level of like superstar type of talent. That's the thing that they're missing. Levine, bounce pass to the top. 3 in the air. Vucevic off rim short. Great rebound by Amanda, quickly soaring up. Getting it over number 24, Javonte Green of Chicago. Randall swings it out to the wing into the hands of Quickly. Over to Brunson. Brunson on the outside, defended by Williams. Bounce pass, Randall working on Green, top of the free throw circle. 5 in the shot clock. Randall, jumper, 15-footer, gets fouled once again. And there's a lot of trouble in some spots right now for Chicago in this team, and foul trouble. One of them right now is New York's already in the bonus, as we still have 4:43 left to go. Wow, 2 feet of snow outside for Mario, man. Stay warm inside. Wow. Yeah, I saw there's like a weather system that's like out towards like the Midwest. It's supposed to come across the U.S. Where I am, we're supposed to get like a lot of rain on Friday from that, but up north, like New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, they're supposed to get pounded with snow. First one's good. Second one by Randall. He makes it. Julius Randle already. Double digits on the scoreboard. Top scorer in the game so far. He's got 11 in 8 minutes. Pat Williams passes out to his left to Javonte Green. They're on the floor alongside Vucevic, Kobe White, and Zach LaVine as DeRozan is on the bench. Up and under move, scoring with a left-handed layup. That's Vucevic. Vooch keeping Chicago right now in the game. He has over half of the points for the Bulls. 8 of 15 coming from Vooch. 4 for 5 from the floor. Brunson floats up the runner. Missed off the glass. Tipped up in the air. Battle for the rebound. Tracked down by Javonte Green down the far side. Pass up ahead of the pack. Kobe White attacks. Swings it inside the key. Vooch stripped to the basketball. Turns it over. Knicks come up with a steal. Quentin Grimes. Cross-court pass. Brunson out to the wing. Quickly. Up fake. Attacks the lane. Floats it up with the right hand. No good. Bounced around the rim and out. Rebound controlled by Vucevic. LaVine, with under 4 minutes left to go, jacks up a three. Around the rim and out. And last touched out of bounds by the Knicks, so we'll go back to the Bulls. Yeah, I think Friday night is supposed to come up with snow in like northern New England. Kenny, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Ron, welcome on board. I'm going to go Chicago tonight in this game. Chicago's been really struggling. This is a game that they desperately need for them. The Knicks have been on a roll, though. They won 4 in a row. Bulls struggling in the first. They're hanging in there, only down by 8, though. So we've seen a lot of these games. Teams down by 20, come back and win. Javonte Green takes the three. Oh, he hits it. Going to need a bunch more of those tonight for the Bulls in order to pull this one off at home. Michael, thanks so much for joining in. 3:30 left to go in the first quarter. Brunson, blocked from behind by Green, goes back to the Bulls. LaVine, bounce pass up ahead. Kobe White takes the three. Kobe White delivers. Big time triple in transition. All of a sudden, it's just a 2-point game right now with just above 3 minutes left to go in the first. 8-zip Chicago run in the last minute 40. Isaiah Hartenstein on the floor first time tonight, number 55 for the Knicks. Passes off to Randall, top of the key. Picks up by Grimes. Randall dribbles towards his left. Defended by LaVine 1-on-1. 5 in the shot clock. Randall crossover. Dribbles up into the key. Randall. Fall away. Tough shot. Oh, he hits it. Julius Randall fall away for the 13-footer. Able to send it through. Nothing but net. That's a tough shot as the shot clock was winding down to 0. Missed jumper from the outside by White. Rebound by Hartenstein. 2:30 left to go in the first. Knicks up by 4 with the basketball. Randall driving right to the rim. Missed a wide open layup. Hartenstein, right place, right time. Nobody there to box out for the Bulls. Leads to the easy putback. Wow, Chicago with a miscommunication inside the paint. Sloppy play by both of the teams in the last possession. Step back jumper missed by LaVine. Offensive rebound. Pulled down. Bucket. And the foul. Hartenstein picks up the blocking foul. Patrick Williams gets the layup. Count it and 1. Big sequence there by the Bulls. 2:12 left to go, and I believe we're going to take a timeout, and we will. Timeout taken on the floor. 2:12 left to go in the first. 27-23 New York. All right, 20+ watching right now. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play, NBA games, college basketball games here. And glad to have you guys join in. Quick update, top scorer tonight, Julius Randle. He scored 13 points in 10 minutes so far. 4 for 7 shooting, carrying the Knicks with almost half of the points, 13 of the 27. And then Chicago top scorer, Nikola Vucevic with 8 so far, leading the way. Patrick Williams got 5 with a chance to get 6 coming up at the free throw line. That's a positive sign by Patrick Williams, as he's only averaging around 9 points per game. To have 5 points, possibly 6 in the first quarter. That's a great sign. Quick updates, other scores throughout the NBA right now. This is the shocking one. Magic crushing the Hawks 74-48. Atlanta really struggling with efficiency from 3-point range this season. Trae Young with his worst season from 3 in his career, and they are getting destroyed tonight. Orlando about to win. If they can keep this up, the Magic will win their 5th straight game, or their 4th straight game for them. They were 5-20, about to go 9-20 right now for the Magic. So 74-48 Orlando. at the moment. Raptors up over the Kings 29-23. Pacers, wow, destroying the Warriors. Yeah, Golden State's been horrific on the road. They're the second worst road team in the NBA. Besides, I believe it's Orlando. I think Orlando's only won one game on the road. And then Golden State is 2-12 on the road this season. 71-48. Pacers up over the Warriors. Hornets lead the Pistons 62-60. I think the Heat are in trouble tonight, too. They're just 4-9 on the road against the Heat. Everybody talking about the Lakers being the best, 11-win team that they've seen. How about the Thunder? Right next to the Lakers at 11-16. The Thunder have a winning record on their home floor. Tonight they host the Heat for OKC. The media, day in, day out, keep on talking about the Lakers each and every single day, an 11-win team, when OKC gets much smaller market, of course, but without Chet, they have 11 wins themselves for this season. Haven't done so poorly. So they're not in the same column as other teams like Detroit, Charlotte, Orlando, Houston, San Antonio. They're not in that column right now. Above a tier for them. We get back to action. It's a 3-point game as the free throw is good at the line by Patrick Williams. Back from timeout. Corner three missed off the side of the rim by Grimes. 2 minutes left to go. Fat Cat, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Golden State, they played incredible on Saturday, and then when they go on the road, they just can't win road games. It's just, man, it's a tale of two different teams. Like what I saw yesterday to what I saw when I watched the game on Saturday, it's crazy how, you could be so locked in and focused against the Celtics, and then yesterday struggle against Milwaukee, just get torched in the paint, and then today they're getting beat down against the Pacers. That's why it's like a week-to-week league that this whole season is a marathon. Like Brooklyn at the start of the season, they were struggling. They got demolished by the Pelicans on opening night. Pelicans now the top team in the West, and Brooklyn's up to, I believe they're up to the 4 spot right now in the East for them, and they were really struggling to start off the year. They fired Steve Nash in the first month. DeRozan out to the top. Drummond passes off to Kobe White, attacks the paint, scores with a layup. 1-point game. Final minute left to go in the first. Good to see Kobe White on the board already with 5 so far. One more bucket, basically hitting his season average. Randall off the up fake, takes the 3, got fouled. Is this going to be on the shot? If so, that will be 3. If not, it will be 2. As the foul gets assessed to Javonte Green once again. And this has been an issue here in the first quarter for the Bulls. Javonte Green picks up personal foul number 2. That's now number 7 as a team in the first quarter. Randall, first free throw. That's good. I'm going to take Paulo Banchero for Rookie of the Year this season. Yeah, that's a massive storm, I heard. It will be 3 free throws. Second one bounces in by Randall. Yeah, late tomorrow night into Friday, I'm supposed to get, I think 2 to 3 inches of rain or something like that, and 40-mile-per-hour winds. This is supposed to turn to ice on the back end of it towards the end of the storm, entering, Saturday morning really early. 54 seconds left to go in the first. Free throw number 3 by Randall. And that's no good. Bounced off the rim. Hardenstein battle for the rebound. It gets pulled down by Drummond. 45 seconds left to go. Andre Drummond. Handoff to Derrick Jones Jr. Into the hands now of Dragic. First time playing tonight. Takes the 3. Missed off the back rim. And Knicks come up with a defensive board. 3-point lead for New York. Randall from the wing. Missed the three up the floor, hit the rim short, and DeRozan with a defensive rebound. DeRozan on the outside, defended by Barrett. DeRozan dribbles up to the elbow, up fake, moves on top to Kobe White. Into the hands of DeRozan, 20 seconds left to go. DeRozan at the left baseline. DeRozan draws contact, and he gets fouled. As Hardenstein picks up the blocking foul once again, the clock will stop with 16 seconds. So Hardenstein in foul trouble himself picks up personal foul number 2. DeRozan hasn't got going tonight. This is actually a positive sign here for Chicago that DeMar DeRozan right now, he's only got 3 points. So the first free throw is good. Second shot by DeRozan is good. 1 point game, 10 seconds left to go in the first. Knicks up the floor. Emmanuel quickly dribbles, drives down the lane, floats it up off the glass, no good. Tipped up, Kobe White with a defensive rebound. Couldn't get a shot off though. As we close out through the first quarter, it's a 1 point lead for the Knicks, 29-28. Signs of life by Chicago there. They were trailing early, down by 10, 14-4 at one point. Bulls able to get a big sequence with 2 straight threes in a row to crawl back into the game. And this is actually a good sign for Chicago, though, that DeMar DeRozan hasn't really been able to get started. They're right there. They're only trailing by 1, where Julius Randle's been able to get going so far. So if the Bulls can get DeMar DeRozan going, this is going to turn into a Chicago lead. Most likely. Joe, what's good? Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks so much for joining in, brother. Make sure to hit that thumbs up if you guys are new in the channel. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA streams, also college hoop streams as well. As we close out through the first quarter. Great start so far with a 1 point game. Julius Randle, top scorer. He's got 15 points in the first quarter in 12 minutes. Just 2 points by Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson struggling tonight. 0 for 4 shooting. Top playmaker with 3 assists, though. Chicago top scorer, 8 points by Nikola Vucevic. 6 by Patrick Williams. That's a great sign to see with Pat Will having 6 points in the first quarter. DeMar DeRozan yet to get going so far with only 3. Ayo's not playing tonight. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I would assume he's not playing tonight in this game. Scoreboard update throughout the NBA currently. A couple upsets going on right now. Magic leading the Hawks. 76 points by Orlando in the first half. Magic on top by 14 at halftime. 76-62. Franz Wagner playing really well as of late for the Magic. Raptors up over the Kings. 39-23. So the Kings have started to drop slowly in the standings. Pacers crushing the Warriors. Leading by 20 for Indiana at halftime. 74-54 to score. Steph Curry's got 27 points at halftime, but the defense just so inconsistent this season for Golden State. They locked down the Celtics on Saturday, and tonight they give up 74 against the Pacers in the first half. Pistons leading the Hornets at halftime, 73-69. And then a couple of games just got started. Heat lead the Thunder early, 8-6. Portland up over the Spurs, 7-2. Yeah, great game so far for this one. No, I will not be covering any bowl games. Kind of quiet right now for college basketball games. Florida leading Ohio 48-23, and then Mississippi State's ranked in the top 25. 29-23, Mississippi State leading Jackson State. Auburn just tipped off. Auburn's at number 19 as they're playing Georgia State tonight. So we start off the second quarter, 1-point game. Mid-range jumper missed off the mark by DeRozan. Knicks up the floor. Barrett, Hardenstein, Jericho Sims, Emmanuel Quickly, and Miles McBride. That's the 5 in the court to start off the second for New York as Barrett draws the foul. It's going to be charged to DeRozan. The game clock will stop with 11:37, and Barrett will head to the free throw line. Shoot 2 for New York. Ethan, what's good? Welcome in. Yo, Wisconsin's playing really well for their basketball team. Like, every single year, they exceed expectations. Like, they're put, like, mid-pack in the Big Ten and find themselves towards the top tier. First free throw is good by Barrett. Second one's good. Chicago down by 3. Dragic, DeRozan, Drummond, Derrick Jones Jr., and Kobe White, the 5 in the court currently for Chicago. White drives straight away, swings it out to Drummond into the hands of DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. DeRozan turns the corner, floats up the shots. He banks it. They're going to count it. Yes, they will. And a one coming up by DeMar DeRozan looking for the tie. Right into contact as that was R.J. Barrett who bumped DeRozan. DeRozan falling away, able to bank the shot. That was a tough shot, able to knock it through. Yeah, that's a good game tonight. That's the best game tonight. Maryland against UCLA. Yes, I think Maryland's going to win that game tonight. Yeah, I got to see Maryland a month ago. They played at Mohegan Sun and they destroyed Miami. Providence, they're okay. Right now they're not in the tournament in bracketology. I think they're going to be on, like, at the end of the season, I think they're going to be on the bubble. Like, one of the last teams in the tournament for them. They just need that signature win. That's the thing. And the Big East hasn't helped out the cause. Like, Creighton's really struggled as of late. The Knicks get the bucket. Like, Providence is going to have to go to UConn and beat UConn in order to be in the tournament or, like, be able to win against Marquette. Because those are two teams that's separated themselves right now. Based on, like, great victories, UConn is undefeated, and Marquette destroyed Baylor, which has really helped out their resume. Corner 3 drops down by the Knicks, 36-31. Yeah, Providence has got, I think they got 3 losses. TCU, St. Louis, and then Miami. They went 0-2 when they went to Mohegan Sun. They lost against St. Louis when I saw them play. They were up by 12 and they blew the lead and lost in the final seconds against St. Louis. And then they lost the day before against Miami, which Miami got destroyed by Maryland, which Maryland, when I saw them beat Miami, looked like a machine that game. Yeah, so I like Maryland tonight against UCLA. I'm actually going to dig into that. I'm going to see what the line of that is for tonight's game. 10 minutes left to go in the second. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. It will stay Chicago basketball. Yeah, Maryland's a 1.5 point favorite tonight. Both teams are 8-2. And it's in Maryland. Maryland typically is a great home team in College Park. Chicago going to get the inbound into the hands of DeRozan at the baseline, defended by Grimes with under 10 minutes left to go. DeRozan drives baseline, and we are going to have an offensive foul called on Chicago. So that's going to be charged to DeRozan, and it will go back to the Knicks. I actually don't, Joe. That's 2 falls by DeRozan as well, so DeRozan hasn't been able to get going. Yeah, Texas Tech this year hasn't really looked that great for them. I heard that Fardaz Amack was struggling with injuries. Says that's a 3, good from the outside by Miles McBride. 8-0 run by the Knicks in the last 2 minutes. 8-point lead here for New York. DeRozan looking for something out on the floor with two personal fouls. Drives in Jericho Sims. Huge rejection by Sims as DeRozan looked for the foul call. Couldn't get it. Here goes quickly up the floor. Finds Grimes. Corner three. McBride. Drills it. They got a lot of great youngsters in this team for New York. That's great ball movement by those three. Grimes quickly and McBride. Grimes out in transition. The 3-on-2. Swings it out to the wing. Pass to the corner. Corner three lined up. And McBride able to deliver. Timeout taken on the floor by Chicago. 42-31 with 9:12 left to go in the second. They got a lot of good young players on this Knicks squad. So many draft picks that they've had from the past for this team. A bunch of first-rounders. 15 by Randall. Everybody coming in tonight in the scoring column. They got 8 separate scores right now for the Knicks. 6 points. Perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter by Miles McBride. He was a good player at West Virginia. He shot the ball around 40% from 3, so he's really shooting the cover off it tonight, right at the start of this game. But they got a lot of great young players making an impact. McBride from West Virginia, Quickly from Kentucky, Grimes from Houston, and all 3 players here making an impact on that last possession. Barrett's up to 8 points. Barrett, another player too, that he played 1 year of college hoops, went to Duke, was part of the team with Zion and Cam Reddish, and just so much young talent on this Knicks squad. Chicago needs somebody to take over right now because DeRozan's struggling. DeRozan tonight just 1 for 5, 6 points. Right now, this is not a good sign that he is struggling like this and the Knicks able to get on a run. Earlier in the game, things were looking good because he hadn't got going. And if he just gets going, then they have a chance to take over the game. But the thing is, he hasn't got going, which has been a problem. Couple upsets tonight in the NBA. Pacers leading the Warriors 77-56. Who would have ever imagined that before the start of the season? Both of those teams, Indiana and Golden State, sit at a record of 14-14, and Golden State, the second worst team in the NBA on the road, a 2-12 road record. Steph Curry, 27 points, but down by 21 points right now at the start of the third. And man, Tyrese Halliburton having an incredible season for the Pacers. So many teams passed up on him. The Kings gave up on him. And man, so many teams that passed up on him just regretting it right now because Indiana got an absolute gem with Tyrese Halliburton there to build around. Magic lead the Hawks 76-62 at halftime. Raptors on the upswing right now, leading the Kings 45-32. Sacramento yesterday had a terrible second quarter. And tonight, once again, struggling in the second quarter all over again. Thunder leading the Heat 20-16 at the end of the night. That's one of the games that I wouldn't be shocked that comes up with an upset. The Heat have been disastrous too on the road this season. And Oklahoma City, not too many teams are talking about them, or not too many people in the media talking about them, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right now, top 5 scorer in the league, 11-16. They got a winning record on their home court, playing at home tonight. You come back from the timeout. Chicago gets the layup. We got 8:45 left to go in the second. McBride, top of the key, defended by Dragic. McBride passes left corner. Hardenstein takes the 3 over Drummond, and the big fella connects on it. Wow. Isaiah Hardenstein getting in on the action, drilling a 3. Dragic at the baseline, connecting on a deep 2. 10-point game, Knicks with the basketball. Quickly, bounce pass off to McBride. Swings it out to Grimes at the corner. Hands it off to McBride, up fake. And McBride steps out of bounds in the corner, turns it over. It will go back to Chicago with just above 8 minutes before half. It's been a game of runs tonight. New York opened up the game at 8-0 to start things off. They led 14-4 in the second quarter. Now a big run to start things off for the Knicks, outscoring the Bulls here in the second, 16-7. Caruso takes up the court. He has Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Derrick Jones Jr., Nikola Vucevic back into the game. Entry pass. Vucevic held up and fouled. So the clock will stop with 7:58. That is called on Quentin Grimes on the foul. Knicks for the worst three-point shooting team in the NBA. They've got a lot of practice shots in tonight, left completely wide open. The Knicks are shooting 53%, 8 for 15 from 3 right now, for a team that ranks last in three-point shooting percentage. Zach LaVine, just 3 points. Really struggling this season. Only averaging around 21.7 points per game. That's currently way down from averaging 27 a few years ago, 24 last season. That time, though, takes it right to the rack. Nice move by LaVine as he goes reverse hand, scores in the layup. So he needs to get going in order for this game to get closer. LaVine's up to 5. DeRozan struggled tonight as well. DeRozan with just 6 points, shooting 1 for 5 in 12 minutes, coming off a 30-plus point game in the last one on Sunday. Randall back into the game, double-teamed into the key, and Randall turns it over. It'll go back to the Bulls with 7:26 on the clock. Great defense by Caruso, bringing along the double-team with Patrick Williams on the last play. 4 turnovers by both of these teams. Caruso on the outside finds White. Off to Caruso, defended by Brunson. Back out to the perimeter to White. White working on Robinson one-on-one, 5 in the shot clock. White dribbles, drives, jumper, mid-range. Gets the friendly bounce, good for 2 by Kobe White. Good to see him getting in on the action right now, getting some buckets from the bench. Kobe White up to 7. Under 7 minutes left to go before halftime. Brunson dribbles inside the key, floats up the shot over Vucevic, gets the drop for 2 by Jalen Brunson. Great move right there, right inside the paint. Patrick Williams lost the handle, gets it back, backs his way on Randall. Williams, way too many steps. That is called a turnover. Double dribbled with it too by Patrick Williams. 5th turnover of the game by Chicago. .6:30 left to go before halftime. Knicks with a possession. New York on the outside. Randall working on Caruso. Swings it on top. Brunson. Brunson floats up the runner inside the key. That's too easy. Miscommunication there on the assignment. Who is going to take? Jalen Brunson just leads to a wide open 2 right underneath the hoop. Brunson up to 6 points now. Caruso drives, attacks on Robinson. Swings it out to the wing. Deflected. Intercepted by Emmanuel quickly as he takes it a distance. Kobe White trailing from behind. Quickly, though, will get the layup. And a timeout taken on the court as well with 6:04 left to go before halftime. Great hustle right there by Emmanuel quickly with a steal and the layup for the Knicks. He just beats Kobe White by a step. Kobe White trying to track him down, but quickly just ahead of the pack too much for the layup. 12-point lead for New York. 6 minutes left to go before half. Vaughn, what's good? Welcome back in, man. Been a pretty good game so far. Been a game of runs. Julius Randle been the best player tonight for New York. 15 points all in the first quarter. His teammates really stepping up here in the second quarter, providing an impact. And then for Chicago, they're just lacking somebody to be able to take over this game. They got players that's capable of doing so. Just nobody's been able to take over so far. LaVine struggling. DeRozan struggling. Vucevic been pretty good with the ball tonight. 8 points for him. All inside the low post on shots in the paint or runners, able to drop for the mid-range. So he's 4 for 6 from the floor. leading the way for the Bulls. But DeRozan just with 6, shooting just 1 for 5. Now Levine's only got 5, shooting 2 for 6. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, as we're currently in the timeout right now. Midway through the second quarter. Looks like Vaughn saw the same bus driver again today. Route 31 is your bus that you take there. Yeah. If you take that bus, the bus driver probably works a set schedule. So you're probably familiar to the bus driver if he or she works that set schedule. Quick update throughout the NBA. Other scores going on tonight. Pistons up over the Hornets, 84-76. The Pacers right now leading Golden State 77-64. Steph Curry with 29. Golden State struggling defensively in road games this year. Magic leading the Hawks. Another upset, 86-73. Orlando up in that game. Both of those games, the Warriors and the Hawks games, are at the start of the third quarter. Raptors lead by 3 over the Kings, 54-51. And the Heat up over the Thunder currently 28-25, where the Blazers lead the Spurs 33-26. Yeah, he's out for the season for Von Miller. ACL injury. Wow, best of luck there to Mark. Hopefully you're able to get that tonight. Wow. So he's got 12K, looks like, on Chicago as they're trailing by 12 at the moment. Midway through the second quarter, with 6 minutes left to go, we get back to action. Caruso moves it on top to Levine. Levine yet to get going tonight. He's got 5. Attacks the paint. Floats up a shot. He banks it. Good for 2 by Zach Levine on the 13-footer. 10-point game now. 5.5 left to go before halftime. New York with the basketball. At the left wing, Brunson floats it up over the top off the roll down. Nobody covering Mitchell Robinson as he throws it down with a two-handed alley-oop flush. Chicago with a lot of blown assignments defensively in this game, specifically at the rim tonight. Levine, jumper, 18-footer straight away, misses rim short. Rebound controlled by New York. Brunson on the court with Randall, Robinson, Grimes, and Barrett. That is quickly the 5th player out on the floor in place of Barrett, attacking right to the paint. Jalen Brunson scores in the right-handed layup. 14-point lead now for New York. Vucevic, Levine, Kobe White, Caruso, and Patrick Williams. The 5 in the court currently for Chicago. Driving, layup good with the right hand. Kobe White able to score. Good to see Kobe White being able to get on the scoring action tonight, coming off the bench, as he's got himself up to 9 points. Kobe White currently is the top scorer in the game for Chicago. That's hint, hint. If your head coach, Billy Donovan, gotta play him much, much more. A couple of years ago, he was averaging around 15. He's down to about 7 for this season. 12-point lead for New York as the Knicks just turned it over. Bulls come back with the basketball again. Lob down low, deflected, intercepted by Brunson in the key. 4:20 remaining. Brunson, shovel, Randall down the lane. Heavy contact as we have a foul. It's going to be offensive charge to Julius Randle. And this will go right back to Chicago with 4:19 remaining. That's heavy contact down low. Levine at the wing, defended by Grimes one-on-one. Bounce pass into the hands of Vucevic. Vucevic at the baseline, backs his way in Robinson, low block. Vucevic showing patience inside the key, missed it with a left-handed layup attempt. Great defense by Robinson, and the Knicks come back with the basketball. Handoff Randall, Randall stripped, gets the ball back, defended by Patrick Williams. Randall, kick out to the corner, Barrett back into the game, takes the three, skipped around the rim and out. Chicago down by 12, comes back with a rebound. Out on top, open three, Vucevic sinks it down, it hits bottom. Nikola Vucevic having a pretty big first half for him. Helping out the Bulls, he's up to 11. 5 for 8 from the floor by Vuce so far, the top scorer currently for Chicago at the right elbow. Brunson turns the corner, inside the key, nice handoff off the Randall, gets stripped of the basketball though, and it will go out of bounds. Game clock will stop, 3:17 left to go. Was there a foul assessed to this, or was this a clean strip by the Bulls? That's going to be the call on the floor, and it was not a clean strip, so it's going to be a blocking foul assessed to Zach LaVine. So this is going to send Julius Randle to the free throw line, two shots coming up. All 15 points so far scored in the first quarter. Yet to score in quarter number 2 for Randle. First free throw. He makes it. Second shot missed off the back rim, a rebound collected by Vucevic. 16 points by Randle with 5 rebounds. 11 points for Vucevic for Chicago. 2 players in the game currently with double figures as DeRozan gets the shot blocked, and it goes right back to New York. Barrett driving downhill right to the rim. RJ able to score right over LaVine for 2. As we're down to the final 3 minutes before halftime. Out to the top of the key, LaVine, straight line drive right to the rim, gets the layup. Tough take right there, Zach LaVine going downhill. .235 left to go. Brunson showing patience, backs his way. Baseline, fall away, tough shot. Oh, he banks it. Jalen Brunson banks it over DeRozan for 2 with a tough angle on that shot at the baseline. Able to bank it, kiss off the glass somehow, falling away. 10 points up 2 by Brunson. They show instant replay in his last gem. Falling away towards his right, and it banked the top right corner of the glass, and it went into the net. That was a thing of beauty right there by Jalen Brunson. Usually you see the bank, when you bank it, hit the white block. It hit the top corner of the glass at an angle and sailed in off a bank. It was off a fall-away baseline jumper towards his right on the hoop that's going right to left on the floor. DeRozan at the free throw line, and the bonus now for Chicago. Both of them are good. 10-point game. .2:15 left to go before halftime. Barrett, cross-court pass. Brunson left wide open. Takes the 3, catching fire. Missed off the rim. LaVine with a defensive rebound. Down to 2 minutes left to go. LaVine pushing tempo. Euro step. Kick out to the wing. 3 on its way. Kobe White missed off the rim. Rebound collected defensively by Mitchell Robinson. Up the floor. Brunson shake and bake inside the key. Weaving defenders. Kick out corner. Barrett, as we have a reach and fall assessed in the key. Charge to Chicago. Game clock will stop. Minute 52 left to go. Inbound here, far side of the floor for New York. Referees are talking about the last Last call here. Yeah, I don't see a foul at all on that last play. How in the world was there a reach in? If so, that's a reach and fall assessed to Chicago. How in the world? That looked pretty clean as Brunson was weaving his way between defenders. He was in between three defenders, passing that basketball to the corner. Inbound goes to New York. Next time around, the Knicks will go into the bonus. Barrett swings it out to the wing. Randall lost control of the basketball. Turnover stolen away by Caruso. Caruso attacking right to the rim. Gets the layup. Nice move. Right downhill off the steal. It's an 8-point game. 1:30 left to go before halftime. Caruso finally gets his first basket of the night. Brunson slows it down. Defended by Caruso at the top. Picks up by Robinson. Deep 2 jumper. Brunson gets the shot in, as that is good as it rolls in for 2. Deep 2 step back, able to knock down Brunson with 12. He's got 10 this quarter. Levine at the free throw circle. Moves it off to Vucevic around the perimeter into the hands of Williams now. Corner 3. Patrick Williams. Oh, he drills it. Patrick Williams having a pretty good night scoring the basketball tonight. 7-point game. Under 1 minute left to go before halftime. Patrick Williams right around his season average. He's got 9, making the last 3. Perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter. 3 for 4 from the floor. Up fake. Brunson. Bounce pass. Able to collect it. Robinson missed the slam dunk. Battle for the rebound. Who has it? Battle for the loose ball. Robinson tied up on the floor. It's going to be jump ball at the Knicks free throw circle. 32 seconds left to go before halftime. Mitchell Robinson missed the slam dunk. And then coming up for the rebound, there was a loose ball he got tied up with. Robinson still slow to get up right now. So Robinson will do a jump ball. We'll see who will be the one who will jump up for it with him. This will be at the Knicks free throw circle. I think that's going to be Patrick Williams who will do the jump ball with him. So Patrick Williams was the one who hustled, able to contest for that 50-50 ball. So this will be Mitchell Robinson and Patrick Williams going up for the jump ball here at the free throw circle on the Knicks side. They've taken a lot of time. Mitchell Robinson needed a breather after that last play. So they've taken a considerable amount of time. Or they're going to say it's Vucevic who tied him up. So this will be Vucevic and Mitchell Robinson jumping up. It looked like on a replay that it was Patrick Williams, but the ball goes out of bounds. Who last touched it? That's going to be the call, and it will stay New York basketball. So Knicks will get the inbound, 10 on the shot clock, 29.9 seconds left to go before halftime. Inbound goes to Randall. Randall defended by Williams. Crossover inside the key. Randall up fake. Randall fall away. Tough shot off the top left corner of the glass. It's going to be a blocking foul charge to Chicago. And Julius Randall will shoot 2 at the line. Porter, welcome in. I'm playing a lot of different opponents this week. .5 seconds left to go before half. Julius Randle top scored a game tonight with 16. Will shoot 2. First one, nothing but net. He delivers. Second one's good. 9-point game, 20 seconds left to go before half. Chicago looking for a building block, set of momentum here. Right before halftime, DeRozan, only 8 points in the first half. scored above 30 in the last game. Has it, edge of the midcourt logo. 8 seconds left to go. Shot clock turned off. DeRozan dribbles, drives, kick to the corner. LaVine takes the three. Missed off the rim, no good. Tipped up. Defensive rebound pulled down by Randall, and we go into halftime, and the Knicks lead by 9. Poor clock management right there for Chicago for the final possession. That Zach LaVine really has struggled tonight. Hasn't been able to settle into this game right now. LaVine just 40% shooting in the first half, 1 for 4 from 3. Only 9 points for him in the first half, 11 by Vucevic, the top scorers. Vuce has been efficient, 5 for 8, and half 1 for the Bulls. DeRozan struggling as well, just 1 for 6 from the floor with 8 points. 6 of his 8 points coming from the free throw line for DeMar so far. 3 players double figures at halftime, 18 by Randall for the Knicks. Leading all scorers, 12 by Jalen Brunson. He had 10 in the second quarter, and then 10 points by R.J. Barrett. We go into halftime. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA games, college hoops, and thanks so much all for joining in tonight, being a part on this stream. Make sure to vote in that poll as well. Who do you guys want to win this one tonight, Chicago or New York? Make sure to vote in that poll. We'll release the poll results in a couple minutes from now. Right now, Knicks plus 8 on the glass in the first half, 24-16. That's been a big reason why they've been able to get on a 4-game winning streak for New York. In that 4-game winning streak, they're plus 48 on the glass, and tonight doing that once again, making a major impact. 7-1 offensive rebounds in favor of the Knicks in the first half. Points in the paint, though, going to Chicago. Chicago attempts the most twos out of anybody in the NBA. 28-22 Bulls. But from 3, they're really struggling. Actually, not that bad. They're 6 for 15 from 3 right now for Chicago. So not that bad. The Knicks, though, it's been surprising. New York dead last in 3-point shooting percentage in the NBA. Tonight, though, they came out firing, knocking down their shots. Currently 47% from 3 at halftime for the Knicks. Rudy, welcome back to the stream here, man. Things going pretty well. Glad to have you back in. Scoreboard updates throughout the NBA. Pacers leading the Warriors now 93-80. Late stages of the third quarter. Steph Curry's got 38 points for Golden State, but they're still trailing by 13. Man, their defense really struggling, especially in road games this year for Golden State. Magic up over the Hawks tonight, 102-92. Orlando leading. Orlando looking for their 4th straight victory for them. They were 5-20, now up to 8-20 overall for the Magic. Raptors up at the half over the Kings, 62-59. Pistons lead the Hornets, currently 97-90. And the Heat lead the Thunder, 51-33. Wow, Miami struggling on the road, but tonight really pulling forward this type of game. Tyler Hero already with 20 points midway through the second quarter for Miami. Blazers looking good as Portland leads San Antonio, 51-37. So yeah, pretty good game we've got so far here. Good to see it hasn't really turned into like a complete blowout like last Wednesday. I remember I called the Knicks game against the Hawks, and the Hawks were a no-show in that game. Last couple of games have been really good, though. Been able to cover, so it's been pretty good. It's only a 9-point difference at halftime. So if Chicago is able to get their main players going, then they have the chance to get back in tonight. They've struggled with DeRozan. DeRozan is only 1 for 6 in the first half. If they get him going, things could be different. Zach LaVine, only 40% in the first half, shooting from the floor, 25% from 3. And then Vucevic been the best player out on the court so far for Chicago. 11 points for Vuce, 5 for 8 shooting, but he just needs more rebounds for him. He's averaging a double-double in the season, only got 4 rebounds in the first half, and the Knicks have a big lead in the glass right now, 24-16, plus 8 for New York, 7-1 in the offensive rebounds in the first half. As the Knicks have 3 players that have more rebounds than Vucevic going into halftime. Vucevic with 4 rebounds, leading the Bulls. The Knicks with 7 rebounds by Hardenstein in 8 minutes from the bench, and then 6 each by Randall and Robinson right now. So New York just getting right to the rim. As we've seen a lot of times, Chicago fail to box out, like easy second chancers for the Knicks in this game we've seen. There's been times today in this game that we've seen easy layups, too, that's been made by the Knicks tonight. Hey, Hino Joso, welcome back in. What's good? Welcome back in the stream, man. Been a pretty good game tonight. It's been another one of those games that's been like a game of runs. Man, college basketball this season has been absolutely crazy. Power conference teams losing the mid-majors. We see that once again today. So we're in halftime here. DePaul lost to Duquesne by 11. The Big East has been really struggling this season. Villanova, not their usual self. A lot of teams been struggling this season. And here we go. Teams in the top 25 struggling tonight. Number 17 ranked Mississippi State losing by 2, hosting Jackson State. Mississippi State, a top 5 defense, struggling. Number 19 Auburn trailing by 4 going into halftime, hosting Georgia State 31-27. And then South Carolina, big rebuilding season, new head coach for South Carolina. They're getting blown out tonight against UAB, 80-60. UAB by 20 with around 3.5 minutes left. That UAB team, that's a team to watch out for when March Madness comes. We'll probably see a lot more mid-majors beat Power 5s tonight. There's another great chance. Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky's 8-1. They're on the road at Louisville. Ole Miss losing right now against UCF, 44-37. It's been upsets all over the place this year. Wake Forest about to lose against Appalachian State, 66-65, 2 seconds remaining. App State with a 1-point lead. This season's been crazy. Like, all these teams are just all over the place. There's no like main top 1 team. Like right now, it's Purdue. That destroyed Duke and Gonzaga a couple weeks ago, but they just got taken into overtime last week against Nebraska. It's been strange. Gonna release that poll result. Thanks so much, y'all, for voting in that poll tonight. Chicago took the poll, 54-46. Riley, welcome to the stream, man. So right now, just at halftime, thanks so much all for joining in. Hit us up in the chat who you guys want to win this game, who you're a fan of, Bulls or Knicks, in this game tonight. Story being the 3-point shots. New York came into the game dead last in 3-point shooting percentage. Tonight, shooting 47% in the first half from 3-point range. Yeah, Bull's been playing pretty well this season. That was a great pickup by the Magic to be able to grow a player that's had like injury history, but be able to like help him out and get him to like a team that will be able to like offer growth for him, where he'll have the opportunity to play. Yeah, wow. I'm looking at his numbers right now because I picked him up actually for one of my fantasy leagues, so I saw that he'd really been improving this year. He's actually like in the running as one of the top guys for most improved players of the year. So he went from scoring just 2 points per game in the previous 2 seasons to scoring around 12 this year for Bol, and starting he's starting already 23 games out of the 28 that he had played in. Good to see for him, because he had some bright spots at Denver that he shined in the scrimmages in the bubble. He just never got the opportunity because he played in the roster with just so many talented players on it that the roster was just jam-packed. And then he gets traded to Orlando, which helps out a ton for him because it gives him an opportunity in a young squad that's willing to see what it takes and give him the chance for a team that's in rebuild mode. Yeah, man, what a game Tatum had. The Celtics are just a machine. Like, they get hot. They can get hot at any time, and they can go off and get on a big run. Man, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown just playing at an unbelievable level this season. Those two guys are just elite scorers through contact that they have. Like, they make so many and-one plays for those two. They make tough shots. I think I see more of it from Jaylen Brown, honestly. Like, Jaylen Brown, more of the mid-range, like, falling away, hand in the face. Like, the 3 that he had to seal the game yesterday for Jaylen Brown, that was nothing but net. Kevin Harlan called it bullseye. Jason Tatum, he had a nasty fall-away jumper at the baseline over LeBron that sent it into overtime. Like so many tough shots those dudes can hit for the 2Js. Feel like Jaylen Brown is like he's better in like the mid range when facing like straight to the basket. For Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, it's more like he can hit those tough shots from 3. He can hit those tough shots from the baseline for JT. Yeah, that's what it's looking like it's happening. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown just taking over the league by what we've seen so far. I can't believe about Saturday night. They also struggled against the Clippers the night before for them, but man, Saturday night when I watched them, they just got shut down. Like, Tatum played a terrible game. And here's Golden State tonight playing a terrible game against Indiana. Pacers lead 99-88 against Golden State with around 9:45 left to go in the fourth. We'll keep you posted on these scores throughout the course of the night until we finish up this stream. We're going to start off the third quarter in just a moment. Julius Randle, 18 points. Jalen Brunson with 12, and then R.J. Barrett with 10 right now. Started the third quarter, right to left in the floor. Chicago has the basketball first. DeMar DeRozan just 1 for 6 shooting, 8 points. Zach LaVine with 9 points, shooting 40% from the floor. If those two players play much better in the second half, Chicago has a chance. They missed the three to start things off by Vucevic, though, from the outside. Barrett with the basketball, swings it out to the perimeter. Randle off to Brunson, takes the three. Oh, he drills it. Jalen Brunson from downtown. Great start all over again by the Knicks. The Knicks got out to great starts. 8-0, they led the first quarter, got out to a 16-7 start in the second quarter in the box score. Second possession of the third for Chicago, trailing by 12. Vucevic inside the paint. Vucevic with the right hand, able to scoop it up. It goes through for 2. So Vuce has been the best player on the floor tonight for Chicago offensively. He's up to 13, the only player in double figures tonight. After that, 9 points each by Patrick Williams, who has hit his season average in the first half, and Kobe White from the bench, who surpassed his average of 7 with 9 currently. Barrett, tough shot, missed off the back rim, rebound tipped to DeRozan for the Bulls. Caruso, spin move, down the lane, kick out corner, LaVine moves it out to the perimeter, into the hands of DeRozan, 10:40 left to go, DeRozan, jumper, deep 2, connects on it. That's a big-time shot to get you right back in the game, draw, winning 8. DeMar DeRozan sends down the 18-footer. DeRozan up to double figures, second player to get there tonight for the Bulls. He's got 10. Brunson at the right corner, defended by LaVine. Switch by Patrick Williams. Bounce pass goes to Randle. Randle at the right elbow. 6 in the shot clock. Jab step. Takes the jumper. Deep 2. Nothing but net. Julius Randle delivers. He is having a stellar game. Last 4 games entering tonight, he was averaging 28. Handoff to DeRozan. 10-point lead for the Knicks. Passing underneath. Patrick Williams throwing it down with a two-handed dunk. That's a nice fastball dialed up by Vucevic down low underneath the hoop to Williams. Williams up to 11. 3 players now double figures for Chicago. Vucevic leads the way with 13. DeRozan with 10. Brunson at the free throw circle. Floats up the pass. Deflected. Intercepted by Vucevic. Pass ahead. LaVine, one man to beat. Euro step, goes backdoor. Gets the layup. Nice job in transition. We get a ball game here. 6-point game with 9:30 left to go. And a timeout taken on the floor by New York. Poor decision by Jalen Brunson leads the fast break points by Zach LaVine. Nice move. Euro step, takes it. Reverse hand, wrap around with a layup. Caden, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in. We got a great one right now. A couple moments ago, the Bulls were down by double digits, able to cut it to 6 currently. 4 players now up to double figures in scoring for Chicago. When they started the half, they only have Vucevic. Vucevic with 13, 11 each now by LaVine, Patrick Williams, and DeRozan. So LaVine with the last layup, able to get him into double figures, scoring 3 players there for the Knicks tonight. 20 by Randle, 15 by Brunson, 10 by Barrett. Quick update on scores throughout the NBA. Pacers leading the Warriors with 8:20 left to go. 105-93. Indiana up in that game. Golden State in danger of falling below 500 once again. A 14-15. Magic leading the Hawks 108-97. Magic looking for their 4th straight. Raptors up over the Kings 81-76. Hornets, Pistons, tight one. Pistons lead by 2, 110-108. Yeah, hopefully there, James. Hopefully banner 18 this season. Yeah, huge game last night by Tatum. Had that big time shot that sent it to overtime. College hoops, I'm not sure yet when my next stream will be. I might cover Michigan against UNC next Wednesday. I'm not sure just yet though, because I do have to work late on Wednesday, so not sure if I'll be able to get to that stream in time for that one. But yeah, hopefully down the line, I plan on covering some more college games. It's kind of been like this week, the following week, it's been like matchups that aren't so great for college basketball that they have. They have a lot of like Power Fives taking on mid majors or so. But once conference play starts, they have like much better matchups that happen. Yeah, I heard around Christmas or the New Year's for Rob Williams. Going to be coming back, it looks like. So we're going to get back to action right now. 6-point game. Knicks have the basketball left to right on the floor for New York. RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Jalen Brunson. There's a steal by Caruso. Puts it up over the top of the glass. Throwing it down Levine off the board for the two-handed flush. Alex Caruso, a thing of beauty right there. Coming back for the timeout with a steal. Sends the ball off the backboard where Levine jams it down in transition off the trail. Randle draws the foul, and he'll shoot two at the free throw line as the clock will stop with 9:02. Chicago is right in this game, getting production out of Levine and DeRozan, which they exactly needed in the second half. They got it right now. Not the next one, because I don't get that channel for the next game. I think probably on Christmas, if I'm around, will be the next one, because that's when they play on national TV next. First one's good by Randall. Veronica, welcome in. Second shot coming up by New York. 9:02 left to go in the third, and Randall hits it. So Julius Randle up to 22, top scorer in the game tonight. He's 10 for 12 at the free throw line as we have 9 minutes remaining in the third. Vucevic, top of the key. Puts the ball into the hands of DeRozan towards his left around the perimeter, defended by Randle. DeRozan, 8 in the shot clock. Dribbles up to the elbow. Up fake, passes left corner, Levine. 5 in the shot clock, Levine takes the three over Randle. Off the back rim, sails up to the top of the backboard and out of bounds. That could have been a one-possession swing if he makes that three, but couldn't. $8:30 left to go in the third. The Bulls are right there with the Knicks. Knicks just respond right back in this type of game. Randle rises for the jumper. Over Levine, he drills it. That's a tough shot right there at the left elbow. Julius Randle getting the game ball tonight by far. If the Knicks win, he's got 24, top score. DeRozan rises for the J. Connects on it. That's good for the jumper from the right elbow. Scoring start to pick up. DeMar DeRozan having a big impact while Chicago's been able to come from a double-digit deficit here early in the second half to get themselves winning 6 right now. 12 points by DeRozan. Corner jumper. RJ Barrett drills the J. They're going to count it as a 3 at the left corner. 9-point lead for New York. The worst three-point shooting team tonight, showing up shooting 53%, 10 for 19 from the perimeter. As we have a whistle and a foul, reach-in call picked up on the Knicks as the clock will stop with 7:40. Substitution for New York, Emmanuel Quickly will come into the game. He'll replace Quentin Grimes now as Vucevic will be Levine will be the inbound passer. Inbounds over to DeRozan, handoff to Levine. Vucevic sets the pick. Levine swings it outside of Vucevic. Out to the top of the key, goes back to Levine. Open three, straight away. He drills it. Zach LaVine with a triple, start to pick up his points here in the second half. Him and DeRozan stepping up. That's why it's a two-possession game. 16 by LaVine. 7:15 left to go in the third. Quickly moves it over to Brunson. Up fake, working on Caruso. Brunson, step back three. Missed rim short. Rebound control by LaVine. And Chicago looking to push it here. Caruso on the outside. Back out to the perimeter. Vucevic with an open three. Missed off the back rim, and the rebound control by Barrett. That's one of those possessions. If you're the Bulls, just go right to the rim with it. You had numbers in the fast break, and they settle for the three-point shot as Barrett gets called on the offensive foul. Lowers the shoulder right into DeRozan. DeRozan falls back, takes the charge as Barrett picks up the foul. That's going to be R.J. Barrett's third now. Quentin Grimes with 4 personal fouls. So those are the two players in foul trouble right now for New York. 3 personal fouls by Caruso, and DeRozan has 3 as well. DeRozan swings the pass, missed the mark, looking for Vucevic, stolen away by Quickly. On the outside, it goes to Randall. Randall, pro hop, bounce pass in the key through traffic, stolen right back by Chicago. Pass ahead, LaVine, up over Robinson, no good. Great alter by Mitchell Robinson as the basketball gets rebounded by Randall. 6:20 left to go. Joyce Randall going to slow it down around the perimeter for New York. 10 on the shot clock. Takes the three. Missed off the back rim as the rebound goes back to Vucevic. 6-point game. Things starting to slow down in the scoring column as of late. Attacking right to the paint. Missed layup. Tip in. They will not count it, but DeRozan does get fouled. The clock will stop with 6:02. It's going to be a blocking foul charge to Mitchell Robinson. Really good game we've got right now. And this will send DeRozan to the free throw line to shoot 2. If you're just joining in, 35 plus watching right now, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play, NBA games, college hoops here as well. First shot is good by DeRozan. 5-point game. Let us know out in the chat who you guys got in this one tonight, Knicks or Bulls, and thanks so much for joining in. Second shot by DeRozan. That's right down the middle. So now cuts the deficit to 4. 14 points. 8 for 9 at the free throw line tonight by DeMar DeRozan. Randall, top of the key, defended by Patrick Williams. Dribbles towards his left. Switched by LaVine. Randall on the outside. Dribbles to the corner. LaVine all over him. 5 in the shot clock. Randall shovels the pass inside the key. Puts up the shot. Missed off the mark by Barrett. Second chance as Mitchell Robinson steps out of bounds with a basketball, looking for the putback opportunity. It will be a turnover by New York. So huge game here between these two teams. The Knicks currently at 6th place in the East at 14-13. Chicago, better team in their home floor this year. 7-5 in their home court. 11-15 this season, though, as they're just only number 11 in the Eastern Conference for a Bulls team that a year ago was number 1. LaVine, tough jumper, falling away, missed a shot, offensive rebound. Javonte Green had it stripped, gets it back, draws the foul on Brunson. And Javonte Green, that's a hustle play, will shoot 2 at the free throw line. 5:22 left to go. Third quarter. Great hustle on the glass right there by Javonte Green. Golden State making things interesting. It's a 9-point game against Indiana with around 4.5 left to go. 114-105. Pacers lead by 9. First shot is good at the free throw line for Chicago by Javonte Green. Second shot, Skipped around the rim, no good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Randall. 3-point lead for New York. 5:15 left to go. New York +5 in the offensive glass, 7-2. They've been out in front throughout the rebounding number in this game tonight. Brunson, top of the key, passes out to Quickly towards his right. Quickly drives down the lane on the White. Moves it over to Barrett around the perimeter. Barrett dribbles, drives, attack, jumper, turnaround at the low right block. Missed off the mark, and he lowers the shoulder, too. It's going to be called a foul on the Knicks by R.J. Barrett. That'll be a turnover. They'll call him on a turnover. So no offensive foul. Turnover by Barrett. It goes back to Chicago down by 3. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third. Chance to tie with a 3. Chance to pull 1-1 with a 2. Vucevic, defended by Hardenstein, backs his way. Low post. Vooch, pivot move, puts it up and scores. Up and in off the backboard. We get a ball game here. 1-point game. Bulls trailing multiple times by double digits, part of an 8-zip run by Chicago. The last 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Brunson floats up the runner. Missed off the back rim, no good. Contact, though, here on the call. It's going to be a rebound foul by Hardenstein. Over the back call, picked up by Hardenstein, and the glass and the basketball will go back over to Chicago. And Hardenstein in deep, deep foul trouble. That will be number 3 off the bench for him. Seems like a lot more. Down low, Vucevic underneath the hoop throws it down, and this is Chicago's first lead of the game with 4:16 left to go, and a timeout taken in the court by the Knicks. Patrick Williams gets the assist. Vucevic backdoor cut past Hardenstein and throws it down with a reverse hand jam. Chicago's starting to find their momentum right now with players stepping up in this game. Their big 3 really stepping up with a great night as well from Patrick Williams in the starting 5. 17 points by Vucevic, 16 by Levine, 14 by DeRozan, 11 by Patrick Williams with 4 players in double figures. Off the bench, Kobe White with 9. And Caruso bringing it with his defense tonight with 3 steals along with 3 assists. What a game between these two teams right now. 24 by Randall, 15 by Brunson, 13 by Barrett right now. Got some close games throughout the NBA. It ain't over till it's over. Pacers lead is only 6 against Golden State. 116-110. Indiana up by, at one point, they were up by around 20 points. Only a 6-point lead with 3.5 minutes left to go. 117-117. Hornets and Pistons with 4 minutes left to play. We'll keep you guys posted. Magic leading the Hawks. Final 3 minutes. 126-113 Orlando. And Toronto up over the Kings at the end of 3. 94-88 Raptors. Heat lead the Thunder by 7. 64-57. With the Blazers putting up 73 at the half, leading San Antonio 73-57. How about Cleveland 16-2? Leading against Dallas right now in the first 5 minutes of action for the Cavs. Wizards up over the Nuggets 11-10. That's a road game as well for Cleveland. Putting on an early clinic right now against Dallas. Oof. Wow, he had 38 points, and there was still a lot of time left to go. Yeah, this tweeted out by Warriors PR 12 minutes ago. Steph Curry, left shoulder, will not return to tonight's game against the Pacers. Wow. Yeah, thanks so much for the update there, Vegas. I just saw that right now on Twitter. Gee. They're only down by 6. If if Curry had been out there, they'd be winning the game right now. I kept on seeing Curry. There was one point where Curry scored 28 points. They were down by 20 points. And Curry finished with 38 points tonight. And they're still trailing. Back to action, a 1-point lead for Chicago. Golden State's only trailing by 4 now, 121-16, under 2 minutes left to go against the Pacers. Inbound here, 4 minutes remaining in the third. Brunson with the basketball, trailing by 1 for New York. Defended on the outside by Vucevic. Moves it out to the top. Barrett takes the 3, top of the key, delivers. R.J. Barrett lets the triple rain right there. Laser beam from downtown for the Knicks. Chicago looking to see if they can tie it up or take the lead. Levine, bounce pass off to Patrick Williams. He's been pretty solid tonight with 11 points. Moves it inside to keep Vucevic. Spin move, right-handed hook, gets the tie. Nikola Vucevic having a great night. We're 79 even. Vucevic, top scorer, 19 points. One of 4 Bulls tonight in double figures. 9 for 14 shooting. Bounce pass Barrett. Dribbles up to the right elbow. Inside the key. Swings it out to the corner. Brunson on the outside finds Barrett. Takes the 3. Missed off the front rim. Rebound tapped from Randall to Barrett. Second chance opportunity. Runner into the key. No good. Patrick Williams with a defensive rebound. 3 minutes left to go. Top of the key. Off to Kobe White. White attacks. Kicks out to the wing. Corner 3 on its way. Javonte Green missed off the mark quickly with the basketball. Great game between these two teams. Quickly with a jumper. He hits it. Emmanuel quickly getting in on the scoring action right now for New York. It's a 2-point game. 2:30 left to go. Vucevic passes out to his left to Kobe White. White dribbles up to the elbow. Slips. Passes off to Vucevic around the perimeter into the hands of Levine. Levine, step back jumper. 18-footer straight away. Oh, he hits it. Zach LaVine for 2. It's tied up once again at 81. Score in response, score in response. 18 points, 9 in the quarter by LaVine as Brunson gets a tough layup. That was a tough one. Able to get a step past Vucevic and scoring underneath the hoop. Chicago pushing tempo underneath. Javonte Green soaring up with his explosiveness. Throwing it down off the turnaround duck. We're tied up at 83. Minute 50 left to go in the third. Brunson at the baseline, moves it out to the wing. Hardenstein hands it off to Brunson. Brunson takes the 3, makes the 3 from downtown. Count it in the foul by Jalen Brunson with 1:41 left to go. Zach LaVine picks up the blocking foul. Brunson will look to see if he can complete the 4-point play coming up at the free throw line. What a game between these two teams right here. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Play-by-play only, cannot show the actual game due to copyright here. It's only play-by-play only. Zach LaVine will substitute out of the game now. Too bad because he was having a great third quarter for LaVine as he picks up his 3rd personal foul. Jalen Brunson will shoot 1 at the free throw line. Brunson up to 20 points tonight. And the free throw is good. 21 now by Jalen Brunson as LaVine is on the bench for the final minute. 41 left to go. Goran Dragic now onto the floor for Chicago. It is an offensive foul. Andre Drummond runs over Jalen Brunson well away from the basketball. You gotta be kidding me there, man. Not even close to where the basketball was, and Drummond, no perceptual vision right there, runs over Jalen Brunson on the floor. Basketball goes right back to the Knicks. 4-point lead for New York. Minute 30 left to go in the third. Barrett at the free throw circle. Drives inside the paint with a left hand. He scores up and in off the backboard for R.J. Barrett. What a game between these two teams. Knicks heating up again on a run. Brunson with 21. He is checked out of the game on the bench currently. Javonte Green shovels it out to Goran Dragic. Up fake. Dragic passes off to Drummond. Hand off Dragic. Dragic jumper. 15-footer. Drills it. Goran Dragic bouncing around in the NBA. Great veteran to have on the team for Chicago. Final minute left to go. That's bench points for 2. Barrett moves it out to the wing. Catch and fire three. Julius Randle having a huge week, delivers from downtown. Drops down a big-time three ball. 45 seconds left to go. Randle up to 27. We still got a quarter left to play. Pass shoveled. Drummond couldn't come down with it. Turnover. And it's deflected and intercepted by Quickly. Quickly, deep range three. Couldn't convert. Missed off the front rim. Rebound control by Javonte Green. 25 seconds left to go. Bulls down by 7 with the basketball. 10-second differential, shot clock and game clock. Dragic with the three ball. Dragic got the three, count it in the foul. Oh, baby, what a game we got. Goran Dragic rattles it in, and the and one coming up at the free throw line. I had cornflakes this morning, if you guys wanted to know. Usually my routine on the weekdays is having Life cereal, but actually this week I ran out of Life. I wanted to have a change, so I started this week having cornflakes. Free throw is no good, bounced around the rim and out as Randle comes up with a defensive board. 15 seconds left to go. Third quarter. New York with the basketball up by 4. Edge of the midcourt logo Quickly. Shot clock turned off. Quickly. At the left wing, defended by Drummond. Crossover. Quickly. 2 seconds. Bounce pass. Randle. Rises for the J. 18-footer. Missed off the front rim. And we close out through 3 quarters in the books. It is New York by 4. 92-88. What a battle right now between these two teams. Am I Macho Man? I guess I am. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play, NBA games, college hoops here. And what a game we have entering the fourth quarter. 92-88, Julius Randle, double-double, 27 and 11, 21 points by Jalen Brunson, 18 by R.J. Barrett. For the Bulls, 4 players scoring double figures right now. 19 by Vucevic with 6 boards. 18 by Levine, 14 by DeRozan, 11 by Patrick Williams. Ron, thanks so much for joining in, man. Hit us up in the chat. Feel free. Let us know who you guys want to win this one tonight, Knicks or Bulls. Quick update, other scores throughout the NBA right now. Pacers still holding on to a 4-point lead with 36 seconds left against Golden State. 123-119 Indiana. Steph Curry finished with 38 points left the game due to an apparent shoulder injury by Curry. Hornets, Pistons tied. Could very well go into overtime. 127. 13 seconds left to go there. Another close game between the Kings and the Raptors. Sacramento coming from behind. They have taken a lead at Toronto. 106-104 Sacramento with 7:40 left to go. Heat, Thunder. Another close game. 77-74 Miami. With just over 4 minutes left to play in the third, Blazers not so close, winning against the Spurs 80-65. And then the Cavs looking great, 24-13 on a roll. Late stage of the first against the Mavs. Nuggets up over the Wizards 24-22. I'm from Massachusetts, USA, where I am. Golden State really needs to add defense on their team. Last year, they had a lot of key role players that were great defensively that helped them out. Gary Payton II, he came in clutch in the finals. Right now, it does hurt their defense, though, that Wiggins is out. But yeah, they're a top-tier team in scoring for Golden State, whereas the defense has really struggled this year. Adoy, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in for Emmanuel here. Woof. Warriors just lost against the Pacers. So Golden State's the second worst team in the NBA on the road this year. They're below 500. Okay, we got 2 final scores right now. Magic just won against the Hawks, 135-124. Orlando now in a 4-game winning streak. They're now 9-20. putting up 135 points tonight. And then the Pacers winning against the Warriors just a moment ago, 125-119. So Golden State below 500, 14-15. Who would have ever imagined Indiana 15-14 at the start of the season? Who would have ever imagined first 29 games of the season, Indiana with a better record than Golden State? We come back to action. Start of the fourth quarter. R.J. Barrett gets blocked, and the Bulls come up with the basketball. Right to left in the floor for Chicago. DeRozan, Drummond, Kobe White, Goran Dragic, Derek Jones Jr. The 5 in the floor to start off the fourth. DeRozan missed the jumper. He did get fouled, though, by Barrett. And this should be free throws, I believe. The clock will stop with 11:31, and it will. So DeMar DeRozan will head to the free throw line, shoot 2 for Chicago. Fahad, welcome in. Do I believe in Memphis? I think they could be capable of making a deep run there for the Grizzlies. The West is really like up for grabs right now for the West. Like the Pelicans and Memphis right now, best 2 teams out in the West standings wise. It's just been like that whole conference is going to be up for grabs for the playoffs. They'll probably have a back half team make it to the finals, most likely. I wouldn't be shocked if it's Dallas, because Dallas last year, they closed out the season red hot, and when playoff Luka comes, man, playoff Luka just took his team to the Western Conference Finals last year. The Clippers as well, they're a mystery. Like if They took down the Celtics a couple nights ago for the Clippers. In the preseason, I had projected the Clippers to be in the finals with the Celtics. I wouldn't be shocked if that happens, because that team's just a mystery. If everybody is able to play for the Clippers and be healthy, then they got a realistic shot to get there for them. We're gonna take a quick timeout before the DeRozan free throws. Yeah, Steph Curry left today's game out to with a left shoulder injury. So nothing yet as far as like the type of injury that he had or so like the extent of the shoulder injury, but he left the game due to that shoulder injury, and if he had been able to play, they would have beat Indiana. They were closing the gap. They were down by one time I checked. They were down by 20. They end up losing by 6 tonight. Pistons Hornets going into overtime. That score is tied up at 127. Kings and Raptors in a great game too. Sacramento leading 112-110 with 4.5 minutes left to go. I think for what we saw during that Golden State game, I think Boston just needs another, if they need anything. I mean, in my eyes, they've looked like the best team this season, but adding in like another player that can take the, like, if Tatum or Brown has a bad night, that's exactly what happened against Golden State. They would need another score in that mix too, because they lost because of firepower in that game. They've been the top-rated offense this season in the NBA, but Tatum had a terrible game against Golden State, and Jaylen Brown had a pretty good game that night, but they just didn't have another player there to help out, to step up in place of Tatum. Derek White had an awful game too on Saturday. We get back to action, 11:20 left to go. Both of the free throws good at the line for DeRozan, and a turnover by New York as it will go back to Chicago. Kobe White came up with a steal. DeRozan, top of the free throw circle, up fake, slides it over to White, takes the three, right to the shoot. It goes by Kobe White with a three ball, and it's a lead now for the Bulls. Kobe White up to double figures scoring. This is good to see off the bench for him tonight, getting extended time as Ayo Dosunmu missing playing time tonight. 12 points by Kobe White, missed off the back rim, no good by Barrett, blocked out of bounds. It'll result, though, the clock will stop with 10:48. Do I believe in Purdue as a number 1 seed? We'll have to see once March comes, because Purdue last year, they looked like they were the best team in basketball like a year ago for them. During late November and the early December when they were destroying teams. And then came a conference play and they started to drop games. Like, it looked like they reached their peak last year in November and December. So I'm interested to see if they're able to sustain and keep on going what they're doing, or if they're going to peak too soon. That's the only thing. Both of the free throws are 1 for 2 at the free throw line went down for New York. So we're tied up at 93. 10:40 left to go. Chicago with the basketball. Kobe White, 12 points, looking to add to it. Dribbles up, swings it out to the wing. Dragic open, catch and fire three. Missed off the side of the rim. A rebound controlled by Miles McBride. Barrett up the floor for New York. They have Barrett, Jericho Sims, Emmanuel Quickly, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Miles McBride. So a lot of the key players out of the game right now with 10:15 remaining for New York. Currently on the bench like Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Up fake, Barrett attacks, dribble drive, right down the lane inside. He scores with a right-handed layup by R.J. Barrett. Knicks take the lead right back with 10 minutes left to go. Chicago with the basketball. DeRozan attacks right to the paint. That's too easy. Gets past Barrett for the wide open layup. Under 10 minutes remaining, Julius Randle tonight, the top scorer in the game. He's got 27, also 11 rebounds. Quickly scores, floats up the shot in the key for 2. Top scorer for Chicago, 19 points by Nikola Vucevic, 18 right behind by DeRozan and Levine, both with 18. 2-point lead all over again for New York. DeRozan, 9.5 left to go, passes cross-court to White, lobs the pass up over the top for Drummond. And a whistle and a reach and follow in the key. It's going to be picked up to Quickly. So Emmanuel Quickly picks up the reach in. The clock will stop with 9:24. Yeah, this season has been just so weird for college basketball with like all the upsets and stuff like that. By the way, Oregon's losing right now against UC Riverside. Duquesne beat DePaul. UAB beat South Carolina by 14. UCF beat Ole Miss by 11. So power conference teams losing to mid-majors. Mississippi State was in a close one against Jackson State. Mississippi State still undefeated, able to win 69-59 though. As DeRozan hits the jumper back from the inbound, we're 97 all here. 9 minutes left to go. Wow, UCLA is destroying Maryland 26-7. That is shocking. What in the world happened to Maryland? Maybe they look like they reached their peak when I saw them in Mohegan Sun a month ago. That is strange. UCLA is just blowing Maryland out. That game is at Maryland. .56 remaining. Technical free throw is good by Randle. Back into the game quickly. Passes off to Randle at the right wing. Defended by Caruso. Randle, follow away. Baseline jumper. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled down the far side by DeRozan. DeRozan has it now at the right baseline. Defended by Quinn and Grimes. Swings it down on top to Kobe White. White dribbles up inside the key. Floats up the shot. Draws the contact, and he gets fouled by Miles McBride. So the game clock will stop now. 8:31 left to go. And we have a timeout taken on the court by Chicago as well. So 8:31 left remaining, 1-point game. Knicks holding on to the 1-point advantage. Really good matchup tonight between these two teams. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Shootout occurring between the Pistons and Hornets, 138-134. Detroit leading by 4. Kings lead the Raptors 114-110. A lot of close games tonight. Spurs have worked their way back up to put the game 1-6 against Portland. 87-81 Portland in the late stage of the third. And the Heat lead at the end of 3 against the Thunder, 86-84. Cavs were blowing out the Mavs. It was 16-2 to start off the game. The score now is 30-25. Cleveland leads by 5. The Nuggets up over the Wizards at the end of the first, 38-31. Obviously, a big game between these two teams right now. The Knicks looking to move up in the standings at number 6. And Chicago's desperate. Right now, they're only 11th in the Eastern Conference. So they are really, really desperate to get back. Ayo Dosunmu is not playing tonight for Chicago. So he's only I think the only key player that's not playing tonight in today's game. Also Cam Reddish is not playing for New York. Steven, what's good? 6 when you fall out in the NBA. So nobody's near that right now. Somebody fouled out yesterday. It was JaMychal Green of Golden State. He picked up 6 fouls, I think, in 10 minutes. Let's see. So 4 personal fouls by R.J. Barrett and Quentin Grimes. And then nobody with 4 for Chicago. 3 each by Caruso, Levine, and DeRozan right now. Yeah, I would say that for Jalen Brunson, that he's underrated. Really has worked his way up to improve in the NBA. $98-97, 8:30 left to go. DeRozan, 15-footer at the free throw circle. No good, but Derrick Jones Jr. throwing it home off the putback dunk with a right hand and takes the lead for the Bulls coming back from the timeouts. What an explosive start right there coming back from the timeout. New York with the basketball quickly. Jericho Sims, Miles McBride, Quentin Grimes, and Julius Randle. 5th on the floor. Randle, dish out to the corner. Up fake quickly. Takes the 3. Makes the 3 from downtown. The Knicks, the first to lay triple digits on the scoreboard tonight. Emmanuel quickly with a catch and fire 3 as Randle gets the assist. Malika, welcome back in. Thanks so much for joining in. It's been a great one tonight. 7:51 left to play in the fourth quarter. Got 50 plus watching right now. If you guys enjoy the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. And let us know out in the chat who you're rooting for in this game, Knicks or Bulls. Chicago will get the inbound. Caruso will be the inbound passer. He's on the floor with Kobe White. Nikola Vucevic, Derrick Jones Jr., Zach LaVine. DeRozan currently on the bench at the moment for the Bulls. Caruso, crossover, jumper, baseline J. He's got it, ties it up at 101. Caruso's been silent tonight in the scoring department, but that's a big-time jumper off the crossover. 4 points, perfect 2 for 2 in 21 minutes. Caruso showing the defense tonight with 3 steals. 7.5 remaining. Quickly moves it on top to Randall. Randall defended by Caruso, top of the free throw circle, 1-on-1. 5 of the shot clock. Randall backs his way into the key on Caruso. Randall makes the pass. Shot clock winding down. Did he get it off in time? Quickly. Yes, he did, but it's no good. Around the rim and out. Quickly missed the 3 as the buzzer sounded off the shot clock. 7 minutes left to go. Caruso backs his way in quickly. Dribbles up to the free throw circle. Moves it on top. LaVine. Deep range 3. Missed off the back rim. And a long rebound pulled down by Quentin Grimes for New York. Under 7 minutes left to go, Knicks will slow it down. Grimes, top of the key, lobs it over to Randall. Randall, top of the free throw circle, now defended by Derrick Jones Jr. Randall dribbles, drives, down the lane inside. Contact and no call. Gets the layup, though, with a left hand. Good for 2 more by Julius Randle. And the welcome to the 30-point club for the 6th time this season by Randall. Randall with 30 points now. Dump off. White down the lane. Intercepted by New York as McBride comes up with a steal, looking to push tempo. Dribbles out to the wing. Will slow it down now. Get his offense set. 6:15 remaining. Bounce pass Randall. Top of the free throw circle. Randall. 1-on-1 working on White. 10 on the shot clock. Randall backs his way. Inside the key. Turnaround J. No good. The putback dunk is good though by Mitchell Robinson. Boxing out has been a major issue tonight by Chicago as the Bulls will take a timeout with 6:03 left to go. New York looking great on the glass. They came into the game plus 48 in rebounding in their previous 4 games. Tonight, New York plus 8 on the rebounds, 35-27. Second chance points having a major factor in the favor of the Knicks tonight with putback dunks. That was a big putback there by Mitchell Robinson. What a game. Quick update with a couple other scores right now throughout the NBA. We got another game that's gone final in overtime. Pistons winning in OT over the Hornets. 141-134. Games that's gone final tonight. Magic winning over the Hawks 135-124, and the Pacers able to escape with a win at home against the Warriors 125-119. Who would have ever imagined Golden State would have a worse record 29 games into the season than Indiana? Golden State 14-15, Indiana 15-14, and concern as Steph Curry left the game due to a left shoulder injury in the second half for Golden State today. Kings lead the Raptors. 32 seconds remaining. What a comeback by Sacramento. 122-117. Domantas Sabonis, 21 points, 20 rebounds. Fred VanVleet for the Raptors at 37 points. We come back to action. 6 minutes left to go here. Julius Randle, 30 points, the top scorer in the game. DeRozan, dribble, drive, right down the lane inside. DeMar DeRozan gets the basket. It's a 2-point game. 5:40 left to go. Brunson back on the floor with Randall, Robinson, Barrett, and Grimes, the 5 starters out there for New York. Randall with 30, backs his way to the free throw circle, working on Patrick Williams. Shovels it over to Brunson. Brunson up fake, gives it over to Barrett. Inside the key, Barrett with a left hand, scores. Up and through, it's good for 2. What a response right there for New York. RJ Barrett, 22 points, number 2 scorer tonight for the Knicks behind Randall with 30 and 11. 21 points by Brunson, getting great production out of those 3 tonight for the Knicks. LaVine dribbles, attacks, right downhill to the rim, and he scores in the layup. Zach LaVine with a big response, and they have their 3 being able to pull their weight tonight. 22 each by DeRozan and LaVine, 19 by Vucevic. Under 5 minutes left to go. Brunson at the baseline working on White, bumping bodies, backing his way. Brunson, dish out on top, open 3 straight away. Randall no good, missed off the back rim, and the rebound controlled by Chicago. On the outside, it's Levine. Levine, step back, deep two, jumper, splash. That's good. They're going to count it a 3. I'm not sure if that looked to appear to be a 3, but on the scoreboard, they got it as a 3 by Zach Levine. I believe that should be a 2, as it looked like clearly his front right foot, yes, was on the 3-point line. They're going to give it a 2, as it's 107-107. Timeout taken on the court by New York. 4:33 left to go in a tremendous game between these two teams. New York, 4-game winning streak right now. Chicago coming off a devastating 1-point loss in overtime on Sunday against the Hawks, looking to get back into the winning column tonight on their home floor. If you're new on the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here on the channel. I cover basketball games, play-by-play, NBA games, college hoops here. And let us know out in the chat who you guys got tonight in this one, Knicks or Bulls, as we're currently on the timeouts. New York winning the battle on the rebounds tonight, +7 on the glass, 35-28. Also, they're dead last in three-point shooting this season in the NBA and three-point shooting percentage, but tonight the Knicks really cooking from the perimeter at 51%. They are 14 for 29 tonight from the outside. Chicago staying in this game because points in the paint, 52-36 in favor of the Bulls tonight with dribble drive penetration, getting to the rim multiple times. Chicago leading the NBA in most 2-point attempts per game this season. Both teams been great at the free throw line. New York 17-21, Chicago 12-15. Both of those percentages at 81 and 80%. We get back to action. 4:20 left to go. Brunson moves it out to the wing. Grimes catch and fire 3. Quentin Grimes knocks down the 3 ball. The buckets really picking up here in the fourth quarter. Down by 3 for the Bulls. 15 of 30 tonight at 50% from downtown by New York. Huge rejection by R.J. Barrett as he blocks DeRozan underneath the hoop. Knicks with a basketball. Barrett kick out corner. 3 in the air. Grimes missed off the mark. Offensive rebound. Barrett off the glass first time. Gets his own rebound back. Blocked by Vucevic. Another basketball goes right back to the Knicks and they score on their 4th opportunity by Mitchell Robinson with a 2-handed dunk. Chicago just losing out on the boards in this game. +11 New York right now. 39-28 in rebounds. 3.5 minutes left. Open 3. Missed off the rim. No good by Levine. And the rebound goes right back to the Knicks. Had a wide open 3 and Zach Levine could not send it down. The Bulls worst in the NBA in crunch time this season at 3-10. That is even worse than the Lakers, who lost yesterday in OT against the Celtics. They forced overtime against Philly on Friday, choked on a big one in the overtime session, and an offensive foul committed by New York. It's going to be charged to Randall, goes back to the Bulls with 3:09 left to go. What a game between these two teams tonight. Chicago with signs of life off the turnover by New York by Randall. Jay Ramirez, welcome back in. Thanks so much, man, for joining in. What a game here. Caruso will take it up the floor, approaching 3 minutes left to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Levine receives the pass, splits defenders, he scores, redeems off the last miss. It's good for 2 by Zach Levine. 2:52 left to go. New York by 3 with a basketball. Brunson, handoff Barrett into the hands of Randall. Back over to Brunson on the outside. Brunson. 8 on the shot clock, defended around the perimeter by Patrick Williams at the United Center logo. Brunson dribbles, drives, inside the key, floats up the runner. He's gutted on the teardrop. 2 more for Jalen Brunson. What a get in the offseason with Jalen Brunson. He's got himself 23 points and 7 assists tonight for the Knicks. Levine dribbles, drives, down the lane inside, off the mark, no good. Looking for the foul call, couldn't get the call as he complains to the officials, and he's not back in transition right here. Now he gets back. Robinson gets stripped. Basketball goes right back to the Bulls. 2:10 left to go. Dump off. Downhill. DeRozan missed the shot. Draws the contact, though, in the foul. And DeMar DeRozan will head to the free throw line. Shoot 2. Blocking foul assessed to Jalen Brunson. Wow. What a game tonight between these two teams. 2 free throws coming up by DeRozan. He has hit every single free throw besides 1. 10 for 11 tonight at the free throw line. First one goes in. Got the friendly bounce off the rim. We have 2:07 left to go. Second free throw by DeRozan. That is good, as the Bulls also in the bonus. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. 3-point game. DeRozan top scorer for Chicago with 24. Levine also with 24. 19 by Vucevic. Julius Randle leading the way for the Knicks. He has 30. 23 by Brunson. 22 by Barrett. Brunson at the right wing perimeter. Minute 55 left to go. Bounce pass into the hands to Randle. Randle guarded by Caruso. Backs his way. Free throw circle. Now into the key. Dish out to the wing. Brunson, 3 in the shot clock. Step back jumper. Deep 2. Hand in the face. No good. Offensive rebound. Pulled down though by Mitchell Robinson. And a new 14 for New York. The rebound advantage been a key factor tonight. 14-3 on the offensive glass in favor of the Knicks. Double teamed. Randle, fall away, high arcing, got knocked down and fouled. And Julius Randle, with a minute and a half left to go, will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Patrick Williams, a crusher, as he picks up the blocking foul on Randle, trying to do the impossible. Double teamed by Caruso and Williams, falling away at a tough angle at the baseline. And Patrick Williams with an awful blocking foul. That's been the Bulls season in a nutshell. Timeout on the floor now by Chicago with a minute and 30 left to go. Bad foul committed by Patrick Williams. Randle was falling away. He was parallel to the backboard, taking a fall-away baseline jumper with the shot clock winding down. Jay Ramirez with a dono. Let's get that dono hype out on the stream. Thanks so much, man, for the dono. Next stream, I plan on being back on Friday. It will be Golden State against Philadelphia, 7:30 p.m. on Friday. Warriors against Sixers, which unfortunately, Steph Curry got injured today with a left shoulder injury against Indiana. So I don't know about Curry's status for Friday night, but man, Golden State, they just cannot win a road game right now. They're 2-13 on the road right now. Make sure to hit that thumbs up if you guys are new in the stream. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and appreciate all for joining in tonight. What a game between these two teams. Big time battle. Final score update. Kings winners by 1 against the Raptors tonight. 124-123. Domantas Sabonis with 21 points, 20 rebounds. Fred VanVleet for Toronto scored 39 points. Cavs are demolishing the Mavs right now. Cavaliers up 51-30 against Dallas, and that is a home game on Dallas's court. The Thunder have just come from behind. They're leading the Heat with 5.5 minutes left. 97-93 OKC. 1:30 left to go. Chicago had challenged this call, and it looks like the call has been overturned on the floor. So Patrick Williams, at first, had been called in the blocking foul to Julius Randle. Would have resulted in 2 free throws, but this will be a jump ball now at the free throw circle between jump ball at the half court logo between Chicago and New York. So that is a big challenge won by the Bulls right there. Patrick Williams initially called it the blocking foul. They have erased that from him, and this will be a jump ball here at the midcourt logo. 1:30 left to go. Bulls right to left in the floor, Knicks left to right. Jump ball will be between Robinson and Vucevic at midcourt. 2 timeouts remaining for both of these teams as Chicago is able to get their timeout back because they won the challenge. That's a critical call right there. If the Bulls come back, win this game, remember that call. When a minute and a half left to go, they challenged the call, they won the challenge. And the ball goes to Chicago, so Chicago wins the tip. 1:25 left to go. Levine at the midcourt logo. Levine bounce pass into the hands of DeRozan. DeRozan, 12 on the shot clock. Takes the jumper mid-range. Off the front rim, no good. Contested by Barrett, but Barrett gets called in the blocking foul, and Chicago's in the bonus either way. 2 free throws coming up at the line by DeMar DeRozan with a minute 15 left to go. He has the chance to put Chicago winning one if he makes both free throws, which tonight has been very well the case tonight in this game. DeRozan, 12 for 13 right now on free throws tonight with 24 points. First one's good. Thanks so much, all, for joining in. We have a minute 15 left to go remaining if you guys are just joining in right now. New York held double-digit leads in the first half on a couple of occasions. Second free throw is good by DeRozan. DeRozan now up to 26 points. RJ Barrett in deep foul trouble. He just picked up his fifth. Brunson takes it past the midcourt logo. 1:05 left to go. Brunson with the basketball at the right wing, defended by Patrick Williams. Final minute, 8 on the shot clock. Knicks with the basketball. Bounce pass into the hands to Randall. Triple team. Kick out to the corner. Grimes takes the three. Oh, he hits it. Quentin Grimes from downtown. He has been clutch here in the last few minutes. 4-point lead by New York. DeRozan floats up the teardropping again. Gets knocked down and fouled, and DeRozan's in some pain right now. Slow to get up. He will get up, though, helped out by his teammates. And DeRozan will head to the free throw line to shoot two with 47.7 seconds left to go. Julius Randle was triple teamed in the last possession. As the Bulls crowded the paint, he kicked it out to the corner, and Quentin Grimes dials up a three. He is 3 for 6 from three-point range. 11 points with his threes coming from the corner in clutch situations here with under 5 minutes left to go in the fourth. Talk about rising to the occasion. DeRozan back to the line to shoot two. First one is good. .7 seconds left. 27 points tonight by DeRozan. He has surpassed the season average of 26. He is 15 of 16 on free throws, make it 16 of 17 as he drills them both. 2-point game. 47 seconds left. Knicks with the basketball. Brunson crosses midcourt. Shot clock down to 12. Game clock down to 36. Brunson dribbles up to the right wing perimeter. Bounce pass into the hands to Randall. Dribbles. Drives. Down the key. Oh, he gets blocked. Vucevic comes up with a block. Here goes Chicago looking for the tie. Right to the rim they score. DeRozan on the fast break. It's a tie game with 24.7 seconds left to go. And a timeout taken in the court by New York. 1 timeout remaining for the Knicks. 2 timeouts remaining for Chicago. And the Bulls are pumped up in a game that they desperately need. Right now at 11th place in the Eastern Conference. Julius Randle going right into Vucevic. Vucevic comes up playing tough defense. It was actually Patrick Williams that swatted the basketball away from the backside. And then in transition, the layup scored by DeRozan to put the game tied up at 117. What a game between these two teams right here. DeRozan works his way up now to 30. Having a huge second half. If you're new on the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Chicago with 1 foul to give. The Bulls are in the bonus. New York with no fouls to give. There's a 7-10 second differential between shot clock and game clock. Game clock with 24.7 seconds left to go. Shot clock with 24 seconds. 1 timeout remaining for New York. 2 timeouts remaining for Chicago. Chicago just lost in overtime in their last game on Sunday by 1 against the Hawks. Looking to avoid that tonight. They came up with a big defensive possession a couple moments ago. The Knicks looking to put it in the W column with their final possession. It will be New York basketball. DeRozan, by the way, has scored the last 8 points for Chicago. The Knicks will have the basketball. 1 timeout remaining for New York. They can use all the clock they want and get a shot off to see if they can seal the game at the buzzer. We will see. New York will get the inbound. 7-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Inbound goes to Randall. 20 seconds left to go. Randall defended by Patrick Williams. 15 seconds. Randall at the United Center logo. Has it right wing perimeter defended by Williams. Randall. 8 seconds. Randall. 6 seconds. Randall. 4 seconds, dribbles up. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Jumper, baseline for the win. Over the rim, no good. We're going into overtime. 117-117. Julius Randle trying to do it himself. Little iso ball, one-on-one of Patrick Williams. No good, taking a poor shot selection at the baseline deep. Missed off the mark. They're going to put back 7/10 of a second left to go as the ball did not hit the rim. We're not going to overtime just yet. The ball never hit the rim. Chicago will have the basketball with 7/10 of a second remaining. So the Bulls will have a chance to win it on their home floor here. They will put back 7/10 of a second left to go as the shot never hit the rim. It was an air ball by Julius Randle at the right baseline from deep. Off a step back over Patrick Williams. Wasn't even close. That ball, actually that's closer than usual on the over the rim cam. It didn't look like it was close to hitting the rim though. They're looking to see if it grazed the rim on the opposite side. If it didn't graze the rim, Chicago will have the ball with 7/10 of a second remaining. That's what they put in the clock right now. They have 7/10 of a second left to go. And it's expected to be Chicago basketball. DeRozan with 30. Randle with 30. In that situation, you cannot have one player touch the basketball for the final 24 seconds. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. You got to get more hands on that basketball if you're New York. So the referees are looking to see if this ever touched the rim, and no, it did not. They're going to have 7/10 of a second left to go, which means that Chicago is able to put up a prayer here to see if they can hit it at the buzzer. And a timeout taken on the floor by the Bulls. So one timeout by both of these teams remaining here with 7/10 of a second left to go. What a game between these two teams. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I appreciate all for joining in. Hit us up in the chat tonight. Who you guys got in this one? Knicks or Bulls in this game? What a game. Going down right to the wire between these two teams. Both teams with one timeout remaining. Chicago will get the inbounds. Plenty of time to get a shot off with 7/10 of a second left to go. They will get the inbound, by the way, in their front court. Since they had that timeout, they advanced the basketball to their front court. We saw this a couple years ago in the bubble. OG Anunoby with 5/10 of a second remaining in the playoffs against the Celtics, able to drill a 3 to win the game. 7/10 of a second left to go. Chicago with a chance to win right here. Caruso will be the inbound passer, defended by Jericho Sims on the near side of the floor in Chicago's front court. The Bulls looking for the win at the buzzer. 7/10 of a second remaining. 117. Caruso gets the ball handed from the official. And here we go. Caruso looking for the inbound. Lob over the top. Rejected by the rim. Looking to go at the rim to Patrick Williams. Bodies collide. No call. We're going to overtime. Huge collision between Williams and Randle. Both need a moment right now to get up. Let's get that OT hype out in the chat, everybody. This game ain't over just yet. We'll have 5 more minutes of basketball action coming up to see who will show up in overtime. Instead of taking the 3, the Bulls looking for that backdoor lob at the buzzer, looking for a tip in by Williams. The pass a little bit off the mark, though, by Caruso as he let it sail too far to the right of the rim, looking for Williams at the buzzer, and contacted with Randle, no call, and we go into OT. Bill, welcome back in, man. Best of luck there, taking Chicago in this one. What a game. Trevor, welcome to the stream, bud. taking Chicago in this game. Let us know out in the chat. Who do you guys got in this one tonight? Knicks or Bulls as we go into overtime once again. Second game this week that's gone into OT. I saw the first half of Celtics-Lakers. I heard, so Celtics were up by 20 at one point, and then the Lakers went up by 13 in 4 minutes, and the Celtics came back. Celtics won. That's wild. Man, that's so many great games lately. So many great games going on. If you guys are just joining in right now, Julius Randle, 30 points, tied for the top scorer with DeMar DeRozan, who's also got 30 right now. Foul trouble. That could be a difference maker. RJ Barrett's done for the game. He's got 6. So RJ Barrett finished with 22 points tonight. 6 personal fouls. 23 by Brunson. 11 by Quentin Grimes. He's come up clutch here in the last couple minutes. The reason why we're in overtime. DeRozan with 30, 24 by Levine, 19 by Vucevic, and 11 by Patrick Williams. From the bench, Kobe White with 12. So RJ Barrett is done for the rest of the game with 6 personal fouls. 4 personal fouls by Quentin Grimes for New York. Everybody with Chicago playing with either 3, 2, 1, or 0. Nobody with 4 or 5 for Chicago. A lot of close games tonight. Heat leading the Thunder. Final minute 108-106. Games that's gone final. Kings won over the Raptors by 1, 124-123. Magic winners over the Hawks, 135-124. Pacers up over the Warriors, winning that game for Indiana, 125-119. And the Pistons won in overtime, 141-134. Chicago looking to get back on the right track. The Knicks, winners of their past 4 straight games. The Bulls entered tonight with a devastating 1-point loss in overtime on Sunday, looking to redeem themselves tonight here in back-to-back overtime games. We tip off, we start overtime. Knicks left to right on the floor has the basketball first. RJ Barrett has fallen out of the game. Emmanuel quickly now in. Brunson, Randle, Grimes, quickly. Robinson, the 5 in the court to start off OT for the Knicks. And the pass goes out of bounds. Terrible pass by Julius Randle, let it sail to the far right of Quentin Grimes, went to the backcourt, went on a bounce. It's a Knicks turnover to start OT. 16th turnover of the game by New York, 11 by Chicago. Levine, DeRozan, Vucevic, Williams, Caruso, the 5 on the floor to start off overtime for the Bulls. DeRozan dribbles up to the elbow, rises for the jumper. Off the back rim, no good, and it goes to the top of the backboard out of bounds. My prediction, I took the Bulls in this one. I thought that Chicago was desperate to get back on the right track right now. This team has not played up to expectations this season. New York, second possession at the corner. It's Brunson. Brunson, 10 on the shot clock. Backs his way, mid-block. Brunson now into the key with a left hand. Scoop and score. Up in and off the backboard. Jalen Brunson for 2. Brunson stepping up his game in a big way. He's up to 25. 4 minutes left to go in overtime, 1 minute through. Vucevic on the outside, gives it over to DeRozan. DeRozan spin move, turn around. Oh, he hits it. DeMar DeRozan, top scorer in the game off the spin move inside the key, is up to 32. We're even at 119. 3:40 left to go in OT. Quickly puts the ball into the hands of Randle. Back out to the perimeter. It goes to Brunson. Brunson dribbles, attacks. Low block, follow-away jumper over Caruso. Missed off the back rim. A rebound snatched by Levine. And here goes Chicago with it. Levine at the wing. 15 on the shot clock. Levine defended by Quickly. Dribbles up. Drives into the key. Levine passes right corner. And we get a turnover. Zach LaVine called on the turnover. It will go right back over to the Knicks. That's a tough one right there for Chicago. This stage of the game, you cannot commit turnovers like that. 3:15 left to go. Tied up at 119. Brunson on the outside. Dribbles up to the free throw circle, working on Caruso. Slides it over to Quickly, back into the hands to Brunson. Brunson spin move into the key. Oh, nice up and under move. Caruso came up with a block. They're going to give him a blocking foul, though. Wow. So it was not clean, called by the officials, and Jalen Brunson will shoot 2 now at the free throw line with 3:02 left to go. Man. Yersif, welcome back in the stream. Lewis, welcome on board. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and thanks so much all for joining in tonight in a tremendous basketball game between these two teams. First free throw, good. Jalen Brunson works his way up to 26 points. He's got 7 assists tonight. He's averaging above 6 assists per season, which is a season high for him throughout his career. Second free throw is good. 2-point lead for the Knicks. 27 for Brunson. Perfect at the free throw line at 5 for 5. LaVine top of the key. Just turned it over in the last possession. Bounce pass into the hands of DeRozan. DeRozan, spin move, backs his way inside the key on Grimes. Follow-away jumper deep 2. Got knocked down, no call. And the rebound pulled down by Randall. He's got a double-double tonight for the Knicks of 30 and 13. Knicks will slow it down up by 2. 2:35 left to go. Quickly into the hands to Randall. Back outside to Brunson. Brunson at the right wing perimeter. Working on Patrick Williams. Brunson crossover. Backs his way. Inside the key. Floats it up. Got blocked. Deflected. Oh, what a hustle play. LaVine at the baseline. Comes up with a basketball. Stealing it away. Here goes LaVine up the floor. Attacks. Gives it over to DeRozan. Kick out corner. Vucevic. Catch and fire 3. High arcing. Missed off the rim. Had a great opportunity. Couldn't send it down. Knicks come up with a rebound. 2 minutes left to go in overtime. Knicks slow down the possession. Baseline. Attacking. Brunson backing his way on Caruso. Now switched by Williams. Bounce pass down low. Randall. And Randall in between defenders will draw a foul. Clock will stop with 1:54. That's on a much smaller Caruso who got stuck in the paint defending Julius Randle underneath the hoop. So Caruso, as of late, his foul trouble is spiked up. He's now got 5 personal fouls, 2 in overtime by Caruso. So keep an eye on Caruso right now as he's got 5. RJ Barrett's already fouled out of the game for New York. 13th career game by Julius Randle that he's had 30-plus points and 10-plus rebounds in. With I believe it was 5-plus assists, it's said on the graphic. First free throw, Randall, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. $1:54 left to go. What a game between these two teams. Back and forth, back and forth. Big free throw coming up by Randall. Second shot by Randall, that is good. 3-point lead for New York, 1:54 left to go. 31 points tonight by Randall. Chicago has it at the top of the key, Caruso. Caruso bounce pass into the hands to Vucevic, defended by Robinson. Backs his way, low post. Vucevic, 1-on-1 on Robinson. Turn around, missed off the glass, no good. Robinson comes out with a defensive rebound. Vucevic with a couple bad misses here in overtime, costing his team the game right now. We're down to the final minute and a half. New York with a possession. Brunson slowing it down. 10 on the shot clock. Brunson drives, attacks, floats up the teardrop, missed off the back rim. Battle for the rebound. Offensive rebound back to New York. Brunson in the corner. Minute 15 left to go. Bounce past Randall. Working on the smaller Caruso with 5 fouls. Randall inside the key, triple teamed. Out to the wing. Quentin Grimes shoots the 3. Oh! It gets the bounce, baby! Quentin Grimes with a big 3 ball. He has been absolutely clutch here in the late 4th and in overtime as the basketball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by the Knicks with 56 seconds. Quentin Grimes. Unbelievable late riser here in this game from downtown number 6 in dark blue and orange for the New York Knicks. 56 seconds left to go. The luck of the bounce of the United Center rim for the opposing team. Quentin Grimes gets that bounce to go his way. Inbound for Chicago. LaVine looking for urgency. This is not a great 3-point shooting team as they missed it off the rim. No good by Patrick Williams. Chicago dead last in the NBA in 3-point attempts per game as they're trailing by 6 with 35 seconds remaining. And the Knicks, kings of the glass in this one. 48-31, and rebounds in favor of New York. Corner three, that seals it up. It should be Jalen Brunson from downtown. RJ Barrett falls out, no problem. Brunson, Grimes, drill clutch threes late, and the Knicks 28 seconds away from a 5-game winning streak, longest one of the season. Timeout by Chicago. Jalen Brunson, nothing but net on Caruso as he crossed Caruso's ankles. Caruso slipped. Brunson crossed him up. Brunson wide open in the clear. Nothing but net on the triple. This is really promising for this Knicks squad. Up to number 6 now in the Eastern Conference. Youngsters showed up in a big way tonight. Quentin Grimes from the University of Houston, 14 points with multiple clutch threes late in the game. He went 4 for 7 from 3. The Knicks entered tonight dead last in the NBA in three-point shooting percentage. Tonight, surpassing that by a landslide. 53% from 3, 18 made threes out of 34 attempts by New York. What a night here for the Knicks. 5 in a row for New York as we got 28 seconds left to play. Chicago will get the inbounds. 9-0 Knicks run in the last 2:35 as the offense here for the Bulls has just stalled out. Just like the Lakers on Friday night. 2 points in OT for Chicago. When they had all the momentum entering this overtime session, it just got sucked right out of them once again. And there was a graphic on the screen at the end of the fourth quarter that said that Chicago 3-10 record in crunch time games this season. Worst in the NBA. Resume speaks for itself. This team loaded with players that they were first place a year ago in the East. And now at number 11, and they just keep on drifting back as that 3 is no good. Knicks come up with a rebound. Chicago will not follow. 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. As the fans leave their seats here at the United Center, the New York Knicks, 5 in a row right now for New York as they improve to 15-13 overall in the season. And going to pick up the victory tonight here for New York in a thriller. Julius Randle, 31 points. The reason why they win, Jalen Brunson with 30. Tonight in this game. 22 by RJ Barrett before he followed out. 14 by Quentin Grimes with a clutch threes in the late stage of the fourth quarter and a big one to seal the deal in overtime. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the stream tonight. Knicks pull out the 8-point victory over Chicago on the road for New York. Impressive win tonight for the Knicks in this one. Thanks so much all for joining in. Before you do sign off, hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I plan on being back on Friday night for my next stream. It will be Golden State taking on Philadelphia, 7:30 p.m. Friday night. Feel free to join in for that game if you guys would like. We're going to close out here to the channel members before I wrap up tonight. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams as we got Jason, Rajip, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Jess, Ahino Joseph, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Michael Warren, Michael Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Seagull, Woo Pig, Ian, and Oink Oink. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight. What a game between these two teams as the Knicks win in overtime, 128-120 against Chicago. Final score, New York the winners. Thanks so much all for joining in and enjoy the rest of your night.